Some bubbling trade rumors are coming out of the combine. Minka Fitzpatrick, Miami Dolphin, could be a New York Jet. What the? Plus other rumors. We'll talk about all of them. It's a JWW takeover. Boy Green Daily starts now.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts. Folks, welcome to the month of March here on the program. And this is going to be one of the craziest months of the year. It always is. Free agency starts on March 11th. The legal tampering period is March 9th. Pro days, I mean, it is gonna get wild, and it gets wild immediately. Shout out to ESPN's Rich Cimini, who has an overflowing column, and we're going to get into all of those details here on the program. But again, I mentioned it's a JWW takeover. What the hell does that mean? Hit the NWO music. Someone's grabbing a can of graffiti and it's going to start spraying all over the gosh darn place over here. I love it. Let's get to some fellow Jets content creators out there in the universe that are killing the game right now, and we are the A-team. We're putting our powers together. It's some fusion action for the Dragon Ball Z fans in our audience, and for the people that don't get that, I apologize for making a reference that makes absolutely no sense. With that being said, let's go. We'll start off with the better-looking half. It's Snowball here from Jets Worldwide. What's up, pal? There you go. Nice.
Yes, the JWW comes across the screen. Yeah.
Wow.
Subscribe to our channel.
Jets Is that Worldwide. How you just did that? Look at that. Wow, that's impressive with the spray.
You see how it went? That was pretty cool. Thank you for having us on. Johnny will be joining us shortly. I said shortly, and
wow, that's perhaps the most accurate prediction I've ever heard. We're going to talk about some predictions here on the show, but wow, shortly, pow, that was like a genie lamp. So wow, you can do anything. Yeah.
Fusion.
Nice. Okay.
Everybody get that? Nobody gets that?
Right. You know, I got that. I just said that. I just said it as Fusion coming in. Of course I get it. But I didn't. But good for Snowball, though. He tried to connect the finger. So Jets Worldwide, make sure you guys show your support. Boys, thanks for joining us all here on the program. And we'll get into a lot of rumors. ESPN's Rich Cimini put out a Sunday morning column. And I wasn't expecting this, but before I start my show, I always try to check the main places. Did I miss an obvious story or something? ESPN, let me see. Up, okay. The Athletic, okay. And I went to Rich Cimini's thing, and I saw they didn't even have the image up on the article yet because I was already awake in the morning. It was like 6 a.m. I'm like, what the? Click. And I love when he puts out this column. Says, here's what I'm hearing around the Jets. There's like all these subsections, this thing. And I'm going through it. And then something just caught my attention. So I want to go to it. We actually mentioned it yesterday on the show. I want to give a big salute to Dom C., who gave his hot take on this very topic we're going to talk about. Rich Cimini said we need to keep an eye on Miami Dolphins all-pro safety Minka Fitzpatrick as a possible trade partner here with the New York Jets. He said, quote, Minka is reportedly available for trade. More on that in a second. New Jets defensive coordinator Brian Duker was the Dolphins passing game coordinator, so he's familiar with Fitzpatrick, and we don't have to explain why the Jets would need a safety. That's pretty self-explanatory here. But Fitzpatrick is 29. He's a 3-time first-team All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler, and he led the league in picks back in 2022. NFL insider Jordan Schultz revealed on February 18th that the Dolphins have had trade talks with other teams regarding Fitzpatrick's availability. I also heard their general manager, John Eric Sullivan, who's formerly the Green Bay Packers, he was doing media hits, and at every media hit, he said, oh, yeah. We're talking to teams. So, I mean, there is wee-oo, big red flashing sign. We are trying to trade away Minka Fitzpatrick. And one last nugget, and then I want to get your guys' thoughts on this possibility here, is he has 1 year left on his $73.6 million contract. He's set to count 18.8 against the cap this year, and the Dolphins will incur a near $13 million dead cap hit, which apparently they love to do, on their cap to potentially move him. Rich Cimini did report yesterday or the day before that the Jets are exploring the trade market for a safety. Apparently, we now have a target in sight. A potential rare divisional trade could be happening here. We'll go to you first, Snowball. Do you have any interest in the very talented Minka Fitzpatrick?
I'd be interested in Minka Fitzpatrick. Depends on what is going to cost us. The other thing is that I like the youth movement that the Jets are going through right now. So him being 29 years old is not a red flag, but maybe a yellow flag. Hopefully not penalties, but what I'm saying is we do need some veteran leadership in the backfield. So that would be a nice addition. Minka Fitzpatrick, I like taking away a division power, taking a player away from a division rival. That would be interesting. But I don't know. I think there are other safeties on the market that are just as interesting as Minka Fitzpatrick. So, I like the idea of, Johnny and I were doing the thing the other night on the show. So, Cook is a good possibility as well from the Chiefs. But Minka Fitzpatrick, I'm lukewarm interested.
Okay, and before we go to you, Johnny, the one thing I will say here is, I say all these things, 3-time first-team All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler, like, ooh, this is great. Why are the Dolphins getting rid of him? Well, folks, if you look, so his overall career is very impressive. The stats I'm about to read you are magnificent. They're terrific. They're great. He has appeared in 120 games in his 8-year career. He's made 115 starts, 21 picks, 4 pick sixes, 60 pass deflections, 6 forced fumbles, 7 fumble recoveries, sack, 12 tackles for loss, and over 690 total tackles. So over his career, he's been a turnover machine. Well, recently, over the last 3 years, which seems like a decent enough sample size, he has totaled 2 picks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. That is it. So he's had 6 turnovers in 3 years, which to the Jets sounds like a lot, but to normal people, that's not much at all. So that could be part of the problem here, maybe why Minka's about to be on his 3rd team in 3 years, because he started with the Dolphins, got traded to the Steelers, traded back to the Dolphins, returned to center, slapped on the left ass cheek, and now he may get moved again. So, Johnny boy, Minka Fitzpatrick, are you in or out?
All right. So Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
It is a position of need for us.
Yes.
He's
confirmed.
29 years old.
Yeah.
He's only had, you said, 6 picks, right?
So 6 total turnovers over the last 3 years. 2 picks, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 forced fumbles.
I'm going to have to go and say no, because we would have to trade. There's a lot of safeties that are coming out in free agency that I feel like that we could get and still be young at that position, especially if they're going within the young movement. Also, I think it's just a little bit too late. It's the same way that I feel in regards to Alex Anzalone, right? Look, stick with what you guys are trying to do. Stay with the young movement. Now, if somehow it costs us like I don't know, man, like a 7th or something insane to that amount, why not? Because I don't think he's going to cost us that much though, too, right? What would be the ramifications on that?
Yeah, so Richmond did not mention a price, but it seems like, try to read tea leaves here, with the GM jumping on every mountaintop going, hello, he's available. And I think they'd sell him for a bag of beans, to be honest. I think it would be a day 3 pick. Could even be a swap. It could even be the Dolphins give us a 7 and we give them one of our comps, either a 6th-round pick or one of our comp 5th-round picks, which means end of the 5th round. That we haven't received those yet, but the Jets are set to receive a bunch of picks. Could you do some swap-a-rooney where you pick a little bit later and then you pick this guy? The Jarvis Brownlee trade is basically, what happened. The Jets gave up a 7th, or they gave up a 6th to drop back to the 7th, but picked up Brownlee in between. That could totally be what happens here.
Yeah, I would probably, honestly, I would say no. Like, I don't want to help the Dolphins. I don't want to help them with issues that they have essentially over there, right? Because we would be taking their salary. I'm good, man. Stick with the young movement. there's a lot of guys that are coming out. I mean, you got Brian Cook, you got
Sure.
Kobe Bryant, you got
Sure.
Reed Blankenship, just some of the different names
Yeah.
that are out there that you could potentially get in free agency. So, and then not including the draft. I mean, you got the safety from Oregon, right?
Dylan Veneman.
You got the guy from that everybody is wanting, but they're saying it's a little bit too, he's too
Caleb
soon
Downs
to
out of
get
Ohio
him.
State. Yeah.
Exactly. So like it's an intriguing conversation, I think, to
Okay.
have. It's just to tell you how much there's a lot of people out there saying that, oh, nobody wants to do nothing with the Jets, but it seems like the Jets are always in the media.
Aren't they?
So
Yeah.
I'm a no. I'm a no, Boy Green. I'm a no.
Okay. Yeah, I heard you the first time. Okay, Johnny, let's not be so aggressive over
Would
there.
they like Tony Adams? Would they like Tony Adams? They could.
Yeah, right. Is that available? What the hell's going on over there? I would say we are so desperate for safeties that let me channel some wrestling figures. We just saw Elimination Chamber last night and caught up on it. Wow, very nice. But the thing I would say is the $1 Million Man, everybody's got a price. So no, I'm not going to just give a firm no to the Dolphins. I'm interested. Have you seen our safeties? The only starting caliber safety we have under contract in 2026 is Malachi Moore. Tony Adams is a free agent. Andre Cisco is a free agent. Even Isaiah Oliver, who I've liked, a very versatile, dirt cheap piece. It's been here the last couple of years. Could play some nickel, could play some safety, play all over the place. He's set to be a free agent. So yes, and the only thing I would push back on here, Johnny, you're giving us your Leonardo DiCaprio vibes on looking for youth, which hey, different strokes, different folks. That's your choice. But I heard Darren Muji tell Eric Allen at the combine that he would like some veterans and leadership and things added to the team. And when you start drawing up what he said, and then now that Minka's name has come up, I'm like, wow, I'm sort of seeing the vision of what he's talking about here, of like a leader that's been around forever. And he's not a veteran like he's close to death. 29 is still, in the middle of all the youth. So, to me, I'd be open to it. But again, price is the most important piece. But my reading of the situation, we don't know a price, but the reading of it with him being so tossed around willy-nilly of being in trade talks, I imagine the price is high.
Yeah, I mean, again, I hear voices in my head. They talk to me, and I understand. So I just think free agency, man. I think free agency is the route to go, where you could fill, right, that veteran presence that you're needing in that safety room. Again, there are some safeties that are there that have the pedigree of just winning a Super Bowl, right, that you could potentially get. You have guys that are really like changed the safety in other organizations, right? When again, I'm talking about Brian Cook, I'm talking about the Kobe Bryant pick, and then you got the guy that I think would fit what we're trying to do. I really see him as like another Jim Leonard that we could potentially get for us, and that's in Reed Blankenship, man. He's not being talked about enough. I like Reed Blankenship. I think pairing him with a Malachi Moore and still drafting a safety that fixes your room really quickly. Yeah, you're right. The Oliver, it's what could have been, right? And TA, I can't wait till that guy is gone. I want TA gone. Like, I'm glad that he's gone. He should have been gone. That's probably one of the only things I agree with Woody Johnson when he was talking about benching him.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Brian Duker connection scare you or intrigue you? Like, him coming from Miami, you think he's got Aaron Glenn's ear and be like, hey, we should really take this Minka Fitzpatrick.
I'm any connection, right? Which is what Rich mentioned in the column about Duker. Again, I just feel like our safeties are terrible, and I'm cool. Let's try all the different Tootsie Pop flavors. Let's throw a trade in there, get a safety. Let's draft a safety. The safety class looks phenomenal. Let's sign a free agent. To be honest, the NFL today is a lot of 3 safety looks where there's 3 safeties on the field at the same time. And if someone gets hurt, you want a strong fourth safety that would rotate in and play as well. So I'm certainly open to it. The other thing I'm open to is Boy Green Coffee Club memberships being gifted during this program, baby. MFC. We'll do our February giveaway on the first of every month. We'll do a whole wheel of name picker later in the show. So, guys, stay tuned for that. So, MFC, this membership is to our new raffle that's coming up here in the month of March. So, I appreciate that, MFC. And by the way, that membership went to Justin for Ocho. Welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club, or welcome back, rather, is a better way to say that. So, thank you kindly for jumping on the Army. And by the way, because we're just randomly celebrating different things here, let me make sure before I speak out of turn that we are still in the ballpark of what I was referencing. And yes, booyah, baby. Let's hit it, boys. Finally, it has occurred. Finally, it has happened. Since the end of Boy Green Daily yesterday, we reached over 8,400 subscribers, and now, quite frankly, we're only a few away from 8,410, and man, it just seems inevitable that we will reach, eventually, before I'm dead, 10K. So thanks to all the new subscribers that jumped on the Army, 8,400. That's pretty friggin' cool. So thanks everyone who's been digging the show recently. God bless. Blessed be he. All right, so what was your official answer on that, Snowball? Were you yay or nay on Minka?
I'm a yay. Kind of like
wow, that was powerful.
In the middle. Yeah, like we said, I like the experience part of it. It's the price. That's the other thing. Again, trading away a pick, I'm not really in favor of that. Trade away a player, maybe. Okay. It's just we need everything. We need draft capital.
Yeah, that we do. By the way, Mr. Famous Fulton is getting involved with the super chat shout out. Wow. This Saturday is my bowling tournament. Soraya Luna. Wow, nice. Nice usage of characters there to save on space without using the space bar. Mr. Famous Fulton, this is why you're famous and I'm just some guy. So member for 9 months. Appreciate that, Mr. Famous Fulton, and good luck at your bowling tournament. Oh, wait, I've heard this somewhere else. That Snowball is like a world champion bowler or something. I've heard that out and about.
At times, I can be. But yeah, I bowl in a league, and nice. And I do tournaments on the weekend. So not today.
Flex on them. I'm glad you have any time for us. I thought you'd be winning bowling championships right now as opposed to being on Boy Green Daily, but appreciate you taking the time.
He's being very modest,
humble?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's very super humble, and all right, Snowball is a monster, guys. I will talk for him really quickly. This guy has made Fred Flintstone retire. This guy has made a lot of people just think twice about ever putting their fingers inside of the hole in a bowling ball, so my guy is a beast. All right. He'll go ahead and literally close his eyes, right, and just do some crazy twirls and still get a strike. So yeah, he's a beast.
To be honest, yes, to be honest.
First and foremost, yeah.
Thank you. Bowling has given me a greater appreciation for things like football and baseball, because ball placement, actually being able to hit an exact spot, every time. It's hard. It's difficult. It's almost like darts, or horseshoes, if you want to say something like that, right? Okay. The amount of accuracy that you need to have to do these things, and we're watching the combine over the weekend.
Sure.
Can I just say, Drew Allar's, and not to jump ahead too far, but Drew Allar's ball placement, and again, no, I'm not trying to be dirty or anything like that, but the way that he could just drop the ball into a perfect spot, the physics involved with that, and I'm in fact enamored with physics, right?
Sure.
The way that you think about all the variables on a football field, right? Mm-hmm. Someone running, someone covering somebody, right? The angle at which they're running, to put a ball in the exact spot where somebody needs to catch it. These guys, I'm not saying that they deserve the amount of money that they're earning, but it's a worthy investment.
I think, again, we will get into all the combine stuff, I hope. Certainly, Drew Aller, because I watched all the combine coverage. I've been parked right here. My keister has been in this very chair, and a beautiful projector setup, thanks to my fiance for that. I've been just writing articles and watching the combine. And when the quarterbacks come up, I perk up, and Drew Aller, oh my God, the arm, woo, man, he's got a howitzer, and I'm intrigued. And then to your point, the ball placement, you combine those things. A big reason his draft stock dropped. He did perform poorly in the college football playoff, not this past season, the year before, and then he broke his ankle. So it's been a series of unfortunate events for the young man, but I think the combine did him a lot of favors, quite frankly, moving forward. Now, in Rich Samini's piece, because like tomorrow is normally our mock draft show and stuff, so I want to get to all the rumors on the show on this show, and we could talk about all of them, or else I think they're going to fall by the wayside and get delayed. Every new day brings a different opportunity. So here are some of the free agents that Rich says that the Jets are considering. From what he's heard, they're considering this. Brian Cook, who old Johnny Boy just brought up there. And these free agents are not just safeties. These are just free agents the Jets are considering. But there is Brian Cook of the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a safety. Nick Crofts of the Indianapolis Colts. He's a safety. Anzalone, Alex Anzalone, the Detroit Lions linebacker. And, oh, my God, I practice this a bunch, and now my brain is blank. But Al-Qadim Muhammad of the Detroit Lions. He's coming off an 11-sack season. And believe it or not, he is the sack king of any pass rusher in free agency. He had more sacks than any other free agent pass rusher out there in the league, which you wouldn't think. You'd think Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Trey Hendrickson, Jalen Phillips, Adafe Owe, Boye Mafe, all these names that seemingly I'm making up in my head, but they are indeed true. So there's some interesting names here. So I want to sort of go one by one, and then there's some quarterback nuggets in here I'm interested in. Well, it sounds like Johnny Boy already is sort of dry humping Brian Cook over there, so I guess we'll start there. Hold up, let him cook. Are you on? The Jets are apparently looking at Brian Cook, and it sounds like you also would like the Jets to cook.
100%. I mean, let's get the guy that can cook and not have the guy that we thought could be a chef in there, right? Like, the size is there. He's young.
Yeah.
Why not just, take a shot like at Brian Cook? I like what how many if I'm not mistaken.
Here's some just details on him. He's 26. He will turn 27 right around the start of the season. We don't know when all the games are, but it's right in the beginning of September. He will turn 27. He's a former second-round draft choice. He spent his entire career with the Chiefs. He's won 2 Super Bowls with the Chiefs. In his career, he has 238 tackles, a sack, 2 fumble recoveries, 15 pass deflections, 3 picks, and a defensive touchdown. Those are some of the raw numbers of Brian Cook, and I'll try to do that for any name that I bring up here.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, he brings that, and he's a thumper too, man. That dude is always looking to try to smack somebody. So, hey, let him cook, baby. Let him cook.
All right, Snowball, are you with the latest kid TikTok trends? Hold up, let him cook, baby. You know that?
I hear it all the time in the classroom. So,
okay.
I walk in the room right away and they're like, "Oh, Mr. Snowball, let him cook." Of course, that's what I hear all the time. Let him cook. Let him teach art and cook. But on Cook, I like that he comes from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And again, I'm always about like character. I'm always about like background. I'm always about like how people speak and where they come from and how they play, and being a part of, again, a winning culture. I like that. He's not like out of the realm of age and stuff, and he's got the experience. And like Johnny said, that the guy is a punisher. So I really appreciate that aspect of his game. So for me, Cook, although he might be probably one of the more expensive free agents out there on the market, I don't mind paying for experience when it comes to a position on the team that is in need of so much help. Right, where we do seem like we're just relying on Eminem to save the day. So like we're trying. So Cook, I would be very interested in getting, because again, it is a position of that needs to be filled on the team. So count me in for Cook. Let him cook on the Jets.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah. So again, sign me the hell up. Again, all of this, by the way, I just want to give a shout out to all the fans. We got 300 people watching. Like the video, hit subscribe. Again, hey, let's jump up another level here. Again, we were like 5 subscribers away from 8,410. And every level we get to, again, we just chip every friggin' day. The free way to contribute is by subscribing. It's also by liking the video here on YouTube. Feel free to also support my boys, JWW, the spray paint can down there. Jets Worldwide, all one word, Jets Worldwide. Wide. So, guys, make sure you guys support. And again, that link is right there on the screen as well. Let's go. All of these names I'm floating out there, Rich Samidi just dropped in a column this morning of coming out of the combine, although today is the Hog Boys. Respect to the offensive linemen. It's the last leg of the combine is today, starting at 1 o'clock on NFL Network. These are the names Rich Samini says he's heard that the Jets are checking in on. Let's go with another safety here, Nick Cross, the talented defensive back from the Indianapolis Colts. Again, before I throw it over to you guys, I'll give you guys some raw numbers here. This kid is super young. He's 24, which apparently is what Johnny Boy likes over there, so I'm glad that I can do this for him. He's 24. He turns 25 at the beginning of the season. He's 6 foot flat, 212 pounds, former third-round draft choice, has spent his entire career with the Colts. And he has some turnover numbers here. 200 tackles in his career, a sack, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 7 pass deflections, and 4 picks for Nick Cross. Would you like to cross this one off the bucket list, Johnny boy?
120 tackles.
Yeah.
72 solo.
Sure.
2.5 sacks.
All right.
1 forced fumble, 1 pick.
What?
New day. Look, I'm looking at anybody that could potentially bolster up that safety room. So if Nick Cross is the guy, I think I want to cross that path. So Nick Cross, you could become a New York Jet potentially. But yes, I would say, I mean, he had a strong season last year. So
yeah,
he wasn't. I think in the years before that, he wasn't as good. He had a better one this year, but was it because of him? It being a contract year for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things that kind of scares me, all right, about some of these guys sometimes, that they do all this stuff when it's a contract year. But look, if he's not going to cost you a lot and he's going to add, what's his measurables? I don't know how tall is he?
He's 6 foot flat, 212 pounds.
I mean, yeah, he fits what I would want in a safety. So
I'm glad he meets your dating profile.
And I mean, and you have a guy in AD Mitchell that could tell you and talk to you a little bit about him as well. Sure. So I think that stuff counts as well. So.
And again, that happens. We heard it from Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is a big name, but Darren Muji has brought in players so if he's looking at, let's use Nick Cross's example, bringing any Colt on the roster and say, hey, did you have any interaction with Nick? Good, bad, indifferent? What's happening there? What's going on? So I think information's information. If I'm a decision maker, I can't have enough information of what to choose and what to pick and what to make happen. So 100%. So Nick Cross. What about you? Are you cross with Cross? Are you cool with Cross? Or what say you, Snowball?
I'm trying to look up where the Colts defense ranked last season.
Ooh, yes. Give me some of those numbers, baby.
I can't find. They keep giving me all this other information, but
okay. Where
did they rank? I can't see where they ranked.
Yeah, let me see if I can
find
that real quick for you.
Where did the Colts defense rank?
I remember it being very good, but let's let me see here on those.
Oh, they were 21st overall.
Ooh, it's how many teams are in the league?
Yeah, not a little more than 21. So
for
me, being that he is on the uptick. But what I'm curious about, why do athletes turn it on in contract years? I understand why. I get it. But why don't they just stay consistent throughout?
Yeah, by the way, they had the second worst pass defense in the league. They allowed 4,200 passing yards. That was 31st in the league, only in front of the Dallas Cowboys.
So was he a star in a sea of
maybe
blackness, in the void, he was the star. So being his age is there, not coming from the greatest defense in the league, but him performing again, to Johnny's credit, saying it was a contract year. So,
Sure.
you know, turn on the Jets for the final year or whatever. I would say that I'm out. I would say that I'm out on him, although his age is appealing, according to Johnny.
What?
What? So, but yes, yes is a no.
Okay, there you go. Let's keep going down the names here. Some interesting ones. We already heard Johnny Boy's thoughts on this one. Alex Anzalone, the Detroit Lions linebacker. This has been long discussed. Now, we haven't had a chance to talk about this week, but I wrote a column for it on Heavy on Jets. The Jets may have gotten some bad news on Alex, which may be good news for Johnny, potentially here, mixing in all of this. For those, and let me not just assume, for people that don't know, there's been a lot of hot and heavy rumors that the New York Jets and Alex Anzalone are going to be a thing. Aaron Glenn reuniting with a guy that Anzalone has been in the league for 9 years. 8 of his 9 years have been spent with Aaron Glenn. They were together in New Orleans. They both left New Orleans at the same time and ended up in Detroit. What a beautiful love story. And then the only year they weren't together was obviously last season. Aaron Glenn was the head coach of the Jets and Anzalone was still on the Lions. Tony Pauline reports that Alex Anzalone's market is bubbling in free agency and that if the Jets want him, they may have to pay some price. And apparently Anzalone and the Jets are mutually interested in each other, but there's a lot more interest in Alex than people thought. So now the price could be more expensive. So I'm sure that's only going to reinstill what a certain member on this panel thinks about this possibility. But Alex Anzalone of the Detroit Lions, Goldilocks, as some call him, perhaps out in the audience. I will just say this to start us off here on this one. I'll try to mix up who's answering when. I'm very intrigued by Alex Anzalone. I don't mind AG, I don't mind older guys. I got nothing wrong with that. That's totally cool. He's got beautiful golden locks. He's 31 years of age. He's been with AG forever. Again, I always use the Game of Thrones references that you need. You, if you're a head coach, and if I was a head coach, I'd want red priestesses throughout my kingdom. I want them selling my message. I want them telling all the great things about AG when I say things, and then they're like, okay, and they go in the locker room. And if any player starts to question it, I'm not so sure about this Lord of the Light business. I want someone to go, no, it's totally cool, man. I've been there. It is wonderful. And that's what I want. I want that in my locker room. I want multiple guys. I don't just want one person reinstilling that message over and over again. Believe when the times are low that there's AG guys in the locker room that make sure that everything stays on point. I think Anzalone could be that guy. Now, that price story that I just shared gives me the heebie-jeebies because I don't want to overpay for him. The projected numbers have been hovering in the 6-7 million range per year, which is you get what I'm looking for. You get a linebacker, which we need, and that's super doable. But if the money starts getting crazy, I'm Shark Tank style. I'm out. But as long as the money's fine, which again, maybe Tony Pauline is reporting correctly. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's getting bad information. It's lying season, baby. Who knows what's the truth? So I know how you feel, Johnny. So I'll jump to Snowball first on this one. Alex Anzalone. Do you have Detroit Rock City? Do you have love in your heart?
To me, he looks like Fabio. So
yeah, very much so.
I just envision him like after a Jets victory, tearing off his helmet and running across the field, and the golden locks flowing behind him, and cruise ships in the background and sunsets and all that. But the age is not, again, at positions of leadership, being the working with AG and the history that they have. The age doesn't really matter to me. I don't believe his position. He would be a Mike, right?
He would be, yes. Yep.
He would be. So, being a leader of the defense, and we spoke about this last night, having someone in a position of leadership behind the line, I'm not over my heels crazy about him, but he has a lot of positives along with him. Last year, I think he graded out around 68 on PFF. So that is not crazy good, not crazy bad. So, but having a lot of solo tackles, I think he had 3 sacks last year. So I'm in for him. I'm in for him. I like the aspect that you said about, being a locker room leader. You know, keep it. Hopefully, we don't have to have that. You know, don't give up hope type of a
Right,
person.
yeah, at all, let alone
Right.
like week 3. All right, guys, don't worry. You know, this guy, I
Yeah.
would prefer not. Right?
I've been with AG. Don't worry about it. You know, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
Don't.
right.
Hey, where you guys going? Come back in. Right. Yeah.
That's
So
yeah,
yes.
for sure. By the way, I want to float this out for those who missed it. We had another Espresso Club meeting last night. It was our second one ever. We created, which is a YouTube membership level to this channel if you're new to the channel. And it went, once again, 4+ hours. So Philium says the Espresso Club members must have had double shots this morning to be up so early. Yeah, so I, just, laying everything on the table here. Show ends around 12:30. I'm a wrestling fan and I don't like getting spoiled. So I said, fuck it. I got to finish off the Elimination Chamber because I was dedicated to the Espresso Club because that's the kind of man I am. And so after I finish it off and then it's 2 a.m, I'm like, Jesus, dude. I'm like, then you start having the conversations. Do I even go to sleep or do I just come over here to the desk and just be bright eyed and bushy tail ready? I'm like, fuck it. I'll sleep a little. And then I laid my head down and then beep, beep. I'm like, wait, what? Wait, no, there's more sleep that's needed. And now I'm over here doing the show. So I appreciate the appreciation of the fans. I appreciate the appreciation of the fans that, we power through. And both of these individuals were part of that Espresso Club last night. So thank you, Philium, for pointing that out. And again, if you are an Espresso Club member, and you missed that show, you have access to all these shows whenever you want, live, after the fact. It's all up to you out there in the universe. So for anyone that wants to jump on that train, feel free to do so. By the way, quick shout out, 400 people in the room, 160 of those 400 watch on YouTube right now. Make sure you guys like the video. That is the free way to contribute here on the program. The more likes these shows get, the more this goes out to the rest of the Jet fans on YouTube. It feeds it to them on the algorithm. So make it a part of your routine. Like that gosh darn video, you animals. Alex Anzalone. So why do you hate his guts, Johnny boy? You're jealous of his locks or what?
No, because I mean, I think I got the nice brown locks going on, so I'm
I
good
prefer
on that
gold,
end,
but
right?
it's neither here nor there.
But I mean, you gave a good reference to Game of Thrones, right? The Red
Thank you.
Priestess.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, Melisandre, right?
Yeah, that is absolutely correct.
So
Great name remembrance there because not everyone could do that. So Johnny, yeah.
Well, what I don't want is
Yeah.
for Alex Anzalone to be the priestess when she takes off that actual necklace. It just turns into this super old, crippled individual that just, falls apart because in the past for the New York Jets, that has occurred for us. So yeah, I'm a big no. I think it's a year too late. Now, when you said about it's gonna cost us a lot,
Potentially.
I think any free agent is gonna cost us a lot. I think we're gonna have to overpay for a lot of free agents, no matter what. If I'm being 100% honest with you, because it's just the name of the game. Plus, you got to pay the Jets tax, right? And any Lannister knows it always pays his debt. So,
wow.
With that being said, dude, we could go on, BG. I think you and I are on the same. When you said New Day, I'm over here talking about, I hear voices in my head. They talk to me, so I understand.
Sure.
What are you guys doing, man? What are you guys talking about? But
hey, I would just say I respect the Game of Thrones reference, that it made sense. That literally, Melisandre, who was a smoke show, and then she took off the necklace. I'm like, oh God. Oh geez, no offense, but so Alex Anzalone, you're like, oh yeah, great. Oh God, oh old. So that was well done. Johnny.
Yeah, so I feel like for me, man, with him, I think it's a year too late. I will stand on this. He should have brought him over. He should have tried to get him from Detroit last year and start to implement what he wanted to do on that defense since last year, since his first year. Okay. It's a little bit too late for me. So I'm a big no. I'm a big no on Alex Anzalone.
Johnny. AG is going to run the defense this year. He's in charge. Like he's
he wasn't in charge last year of the defense.
He wasn't going to give him to old man Wilkes.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's the pushback though, because like you're like it's too late. Again, it's never too late for love. So let me put that out in the universe. Break open that fortune cookie. And number two, he wasn't running the defense, so it sort of would have been weird. And he couldn't. He was under contract. So unless he traded for him, which it sounded like you're not for trading for people for assets. So unless he did that and then got him, he would have been part of the wrong kind of defense anyway. So how is that too late? What chance did he have to get him last year, Johnny? Are you one of those people that are you a what's the word I'm looking for? A home wrecker? Huh? Yeah. Alex is married over there in Detroit. You're like burst in the door. Hey baby, you're coming home with me tonight. Like I'm like, what the hell? So what's going on here, man?
I would have told Alex Anzalone, hey, do you want to stay in Detroit or do you want to come on over to New York? You let me know which one you choose.
Wow, with that FM voice too. Sure, okay, yeah.
I'm just saying.
He would have followed you. He would have followed you.
Yeah.
Right
By the way, for Frankie asking how much of the cap would Anzalone take up, I will say this for Anzalone and every free agent we talk about. To channel my Scooby-Doo, we don't know. It's all prognostication. It's all speculation. It's all nonsense. Again, this we can, and one of the three of these boxes, if you want, can pull up Spot Track or something and get and have this ready as we go through every name and what's the market value of what experts say they are. But no matter what those numbers say, it's a projection. It's a guess. And then the real happens. They enter the free agent pool, and maybe something surprising happens to somebody. They lose out another free agent, and then they redirect that money. Think about the Jets a bunch of years ago, right? They were going to bring in Anthony Barr, and then they weren't. And then all of a sudden they had whatever the money was, $70 million. They invested in Anthony Barr, and Anthony Barr wasn't available. And they were like, hot potato. We got to give this to somebody. Le'Veon Bell. And so they just redirected the funds. And they did it very recklessly. So that could definitely happen with a team. They're going for a Devin Lloyd, let's say in free agency. Sexier, younger, more explosive. Someone misses out on him, go, oh, man, well, I guess there's Anzalone out here. Whoop! And they redirect some money. So we'll try to do our best efforts, Frankie, of any free agent or trade or anything we talk about to give you guys the cap ramifications of it. But again, a lot of outside of trade, and depending on situationally, a lot of that is sort of speculative in nature.
So BG, so when we were on the show, right, we try to do on Jets Worldwide, wide on Friday night, where we went ahead and we did a free agency.
YouTube.com/@Jets Worldwide, you're saying?
That is correct. At Jets Worldwide, all one word, every Friday, 7:30 p.m. Come check us out. Jets Worldwide, giving you great Jets content every single Friday night. Make sure, stay tuned. Next week, it's another banger. Come holla. Anyways,
yeah, right. Sorry.
Alex Anzalone. So we try to give a breakdown. It was very influenced by the Sports Track, and we had it as it would cost 2 for 15, right? So 2 years. 15 mil.
Good deal. I'm all for that. Yeah.
Which is what's a really good deal. But then you said Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd could potentially cost you, it will be like a 3-year deal for 60 million, right?
A lot of money. Yeah.
We have the money to do it. And the first year he's costing you probably like 12, to where Anzalone is probably costing you about 6 to 8. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on, like, you see what I'm doing right here? This is for Snowball. Some people say when he walks in, they start doing this, right? Like, I would double dip in linebackers in free agency if I could. That's just my take. What do I know? Like, you got you got.
Is that rhetorical, or what do you know? Is that what?
He's looking for an answer, Paul.
I don't know what you know. Yeah, that's beyond my pay grade, man. Yeah,
I don't know what I know. I just spit stuff out that gets people upset and come on to, Boy Green Daily every single day and start yelling at us.
God
you
bless.
Don't know nothing, Jon Snow.
That's it. You could.
I know that you know that I know you.
Yeah, that's there you go. The Mr. Goodman over there on and by the way, Dodgeball, the American Underdog story, that is one of the best movies of all time. That does not
100%.
get watched enough. So I appreciate that. No one makes me bleed my own blood. Michelle. and I want to jump on like a little scooter and go. So get a little bit of that action in there. So yeah, so you want to double dip, okay? Which normally I advocate against at parties, but again, different strokes, different folks. At linebacker, they certainly need it. Depending on how they feel about Jamon Sherwood. We talked about a little bit about this on the Espresso Club last night. This is what we don't know: is AG willing to he has in some instances been willing to admit a mistake and say, hey, I fucked up this. What about the number one, which was the first signing the Jets made, and people don't talk about this enough, was Jamon Sherwood. That's the first big move they made. They said, boom, and they had this whole message, we retain our own around here, and it was supposed to send this thunderous message across the land. Boom, this is what happens around here. And they signed over a 3-year deal, $45 million, and outside of tackles, sorry, Pop, who I know that's how you judge every linebacker on the universe, he had a bad year. So do they just ditch him? Do they keep him and say, no, under AG, my leadership, he's going to rock. He sucked with Wilkes because Wilkes sucked. Like, again, these are some things we don't know. If that's true, then they're not going to double dip too aggressively at linebacker because they believe in Sherwood. But I don't know if they believe or don't believe. So that's where sort of we'll have to, figure out what the hell's going on out there.
PG, it takes two to tango on on deals like that. So it's his agent and it's AG and it's Muji. So who's to blame for this one for the Sherwood deal? So far, Muji's made some pretty educated moves. So maybe he knows something about Sherwood that nobody else knows about him. So retaining him might have been an educated guess or a shot in the dark. You never know. So we'll see what happens. But again, you said, right, AG, not afraid to admit mistakes. So
definitely not. He did it at the podium. Here's a random thought. William Ameley says, wait a second, a commercial in Chinese. What the hell? Yeah, it's been happening to me, so I don't know. I'm glad that it's not just me, but I'm sitting here, if I'm watching anything and then on YouTube, and then inevitably the YouTube gods say, you got to get a commercial. I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, I attempt to ignore the commercial and look at my phone or watch paint dry, and then I hear Guatemalan and I'm like, what the hell? And I lean in and it's a full Guatemalan commercial or Spanish or this or that. I'm like, okay. Did I do a salsa in here or something? And it indicated to the YouTube algorithm gods that I need a little bit more spice in my life. Muy caliente, perhaps. I'm not sure. So apparently other people are dealing with it too. So I don't know what's going on there with YouTube, but thank you, William Ameley, for sharing there. Let's throw another free agent out there. And I'm going to be honest, this one gives me the heebie-jeebies, boys. It sure does. It again checks off the Aaron Glenn bucket list here. Al-Qadim Muhammad. Again, this is a crazy stat to believe. He's 6'3", 250 pounds. He's 30. He will turn 31 at the end of this month. He came into the league as a 6th-round draft choice. He has been the definition of a journeyman. He was with the Saints, the Colts, the Bears, the Colts again, the Cowboys, and then the Lions most recently since 2024. Last season, he had 11 sacks. That is the most of any pass rusher last season that is set to be a free agent. So he's the sack king, which you wouldn't think of. But before last season, he has only had one other season that had more than 3.5 sacks. Every other season. So he came into league in 2017 and is 8 or 9 years technically in the league. 2 out of the 9 were 6 sacks or more. Everyone was lower. So that gives me a little bit of nervous energy. And I say 6 sacks or more. There was a 6-sack season, 11-sack season. And here are the other seasons. 0, 0, 3, 2, 1, 3. So again, 1 year wonder. I don't want to spend crazy money, but if it's a 1-year deal, I'm sort of interested and we need production. But I am nervous with these types of players that have been, with all due respect, nothing in their career and then just pop up on the radar and then get paid buco bucks because pass rushers always do. So this one makes me nervous. We'll go to Snowball first. Al-Qadim Muhammad, a potential AG reunion with an 11-sack pass rusher. Where do you stand?
I said it before, the trend is your friend, right? So I always say that the trend is your friend because if you look at his career, right? Sure. Dormant basically throughout his career. And then, like I said, contract year, boom, through the roof. Why do these people do this? Because they want to earn money, right? But that means when he comes to the Jets, he's going to poop the bed again, basically, in my opinion.
Sure.
So I'm out. I'm done. No, Al-Qadim, what's his name?
Al-Qadim Muhammad.
Al-Qadim Muhammad is a no for me. As a big no. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for channeling your Randy Jackson there. That's a no from me, dog. I can respect that. Johnny boy?
Está saliendo el capítulo de El Niño Verde todos los días acá adentro con el capítulo de YouTube. Gracias. Oh, you told me to start speaking in Spanish?
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. Yes, of course.
All right. Oh, okay. I'm just joking. Look, Al-Kabubi Babubi Muhammad, right? Whatever his name is.
Yeah, that was
no
close,
on that
for sure.
I'm a big no on that guy because he's a journeyman. You just said it, and journeymen like that kind of scare me, bro. Nah, I'm good because again, he'll come over here to the New York Jets. He'll take off that necklace, right, and then just be an old, crippled.
Hey, quick follow-up. You said you sort of have a thing against journeymen. So, like, if you pull up to a red light and there's a hobo on the corner, are you rolling down your window or not?
I'm speaking in Spanish. ¿Qué?
And what if he can suddenly speak Spanish?
Then I'm going French. Oui?
I appreciate that. Okay, so so out on journeyman. That's okay. You know, that's definitely possible. And oh yes, let's do this because Easy's in here. He's like, "Where's my emoji?" So here it is. Let's throw this up. If you missed the Boy Green Espresso Club last night, boy, did you miss a lot of things.
Yeah, where? How are you this morning?
Yeah.
Easy? How about that?
So Easy turned to the gods and said, please, I need an update on my emoji. I don't like the white in my beard. I don't like how I'm represented with the Easy OC. He wanted an upgrade. And Easy, Snowball is a man of, your wishes and prayers. And, I would have showed you this emoji, but I believe you passed out in the fetal position on your couch. So that was unable to happen. But here it is. Boom shakalaka, the brand new Easy emoji. Let's freaking go. This should be available. I believe I have it as Easy Train in terms of the text, but I believe if you are a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club or Espresso Club, if you hit that little face emoji, if you're on your phone or on your computer, you should see Easy Train as the new emoji. So it's no longer Easy OC. You have to give it a name on YouTube, and then you should see this. So horns up, everybody. Horns up for our personal Boy Green Daily rock star, Easy. So Easy, I hope you enjoy this emoji. You give it. Yeah, there it is. I see Easy throw. Oh, he loves it. See, Snowball, another satisfied customer, baby. And there
black
you go.
Nail polish and everything.
Yeah, 100%. That's beautiful. So shout out to Easy OC. Rock on, brother. And beautiful. And thank you, by the way, to the one and only Snowball. He makes all of the emojis on the channel. It's an absolute cool thing. So for any coffee club member or espresso club member, he is solely responsible for this. So for that reason alone, jump on the train and jump on Jets Worldwide, baby, and show your support, fellow Jets content creators out there in the universe.
BG, can I just say I can't wait to make emojis for our own damn channel.
Yeah, right. I was just about to say, which, by the way, I'm tuning in over. You guys are, what is that, 77 subscribers away. So you're at 423. So you're 77 subscribers away from the first level of monetization, which emojis and all that other jazz. So, folks, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Again, subscribe now. We have 400 people in the room. 123 specifically at this moment in time are watching on YouTube. Do me a favor, support other fellow Jets content creators out there in the universe and spread the love. I will tell you, when I first started this YouTube channel, before I started, I reached out to whoever the best YouTube content creators out there in the universe, found a Facebook page or an Instagram or something, and DM them humbly and said, hey, I'm thinking about getting into YouTube. Any advice? And the people could have said, you know what? Screw competition. Screw this guy. I'm not helping him with shit. Like, get lost, pal. And I will say every person I reached out to responded, from Matt O'Leary's to Jets Talk 24/7s and anyone out there. I'd been doing the podcasting thing for a long time, but not in the video world. So I sought their advice for mics and how to do things and all that. And they welcome me with open arms. So I want to continue to pay that forward forever and more to any other, Jets content creators out there in the universe. And to me, it's not competition like that. Healthy competition in a good way for sure, but like not like, hey, we should all pretend that each other don't exist and we're the only thing. I think there's plenty of love out there in the universe for everyone. So again, show your support, and yes, let's have him cranking out those gosh darn emojis for himself. And thank you, Easy, for letting us know you are in fact alive. Thank you. Some questioned whether that was going to happen this morning, but I'm glad that is indeed the case. You were a real fun time, Easy, a real fun time indeed. So there you go. Yeah, he says he loves the Black Sabbath cross too. Wow. Okay, there you go. Yes, let's go to the front row, Johnny boy.
That's a big shout out to our guy Mark Scaetti.
Sacchetti.
Sacchetti, like spaghetti, but Scaetti, right? Big shout out to Mark, man. It was an awesome time getting to know him last night.
For sure.
But I have to say this, right?
Oh,
times have changed. Times are strange. Here I come, but I ain't the same.
Thank you for that.
Mama, I'm coming home.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys a question in regards to Sherwood. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It seems like Muji's not done. It seems like Muji with making moves for the New York Jets.
But God, I hope not. So we got free agency coming up in like 9 days.
Sherwood is a big question mark right now for us. It's in everything.
Yep.
Just like you stated a little bit earlier, Aaron Glenn has gone up to the podium, pretty much said, I've made mistakes, I've messed up, I've done this, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be also with Sherwood. Now, what would it take? Who is a partner that you guys could see that could potentially be the partner that we have for the trade for Sherwood? Or could you see Sherwood get put back at the position when he was essentially coming into the NFL as a safety? Is there a possibility, or you can't do that anymore?
Well, I can think of 45 million reasons why I wouldn't do that now. But I would say in general, there are destinations that make sense. 3 immediately jump out to mind. Tennessee, for obvious reasons, with Saleh. He was, and all of these people I'm about to say have direct correlation connections to the incredible story of Jamon Sherwood being drafted as a day 3 safety, immediately converted to linebacker. He blew out his Achilles early in his career, and he was just meandering and mediocrity. He was just back there. And in his final year of his rookie contract, I think about this sometimes, like what would have happened? He was in the final year of his deal. He hadn't done shit his entire career. And then CJ Mosley gets hurt in week 2. He has a bit of a stinger and a toe issue and a lot of injuries. And they go, all right, Jamon, you're up. And he has his career year and then gets $45 million. Does he just sign for like 3 years and nothing money if he never got his shot and then the Jets just had him on the roster? Does he just leave and become like a grocery bagger because he never got his shot and he just moves on? I don't know. But I think there are 3 teams that jump out. Tennessee Titans, the Cleveland Browns with Mike Rutenberg. Rudy was his linebackers coach for his entire career with the Jets, so that makes a lot of sense. And Jeff Ulbrich, obviously. And Jeff Ulbrich and the Falcons are losing a couple linebackers. So I think those are all logical places. The problem is, and Dylan Terraman brought this up, cap-wise, if you trade him, unless it's a post-June 1 designation, the money doesn't make a lot of sense, which, again, it is what it is. Darren Mucci didn't plan on trading everybody that he signs an extension to. So that puts them in a little bit of a pickle, quite frankly. And before we go any further, I see Jared B. just gifted a membership, baby. Come on, Jared B. Hell yeah. The audience, beautiful. All right, you guys can keep those memberships flowing. Good. All of these are going towards our next contest that's coming up in the month of March. And by the way, I love seeing the easy train emojis. They are raining from the high heavens. That's one of your best emojis you've done, Snowball. Looks on here, which is great. By the way, that membership went to Green Truth Dave. You are now a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Salute. good sir, and thank you very much. So thank you, Jared B. Wanted to make sure we work that in there for you, pal. And again, before the show is over, I promise everybody we will do the Wheel of Names picker. Wheel of Names picker, and we will crown a raffle winner from the month of February and give away a raffle prize. So that'll be coming up a little bit later in the program. So hang on tight from that perspective. All right, let's get some other names in. Let's go to quarterbacks. Let's make it happen here, folks. There are a couple of quarterback things that Rich Samiti is hearing. First off, let's go with an overall theme. So there's been a lot of names we've heard. Retired Derek Carr, Malik Willis, big money. Well, Rich Samini says, quote, there's a sense the Jets will look to add 2 veterans, steering away from overpriced big names, instead focusing on cost-effective backups / stopgap starters, according to Rich Samini. Before I get to any names, what do you guys think of that strategy? Don't swing for the Malik Willis. Don't potentially swing for the Derek Carr. Instead, go low. And we'll get into some of those names that exist. What do you think of that strategy? Johnny Boy, we'll start with you.
I am on that strategy because Malik Willis is his full book of games is not big at all. And this dude's going to cost you the most out of everybody that's out there.
Seems that way,
When we saw it on Sports Track on our show, Just Worldwide, 7:30 p.m. Friday nights, come check us out. It's going to cost you about $30 million a year for him. So I'm out on that guy, right? Especially where the whole conversation is, hey, 2027, baby, come on down. You are next to be the New York Jets quarterback of the future. But yeah, I don't want Willis. If I'm going to be honest with it, give me your Cousins, give me your Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota, I think, is where I'm starting to lean more towards. They're not going to cost you a lot, man. Like,
okay, but I have to watch a season, man. You're going to subject me to Marcus Mariota for 2026?
He's a lot better than Tyrod Taylor. He's going to be a lot better than Brady Cook.
That's not a high bar.
He's going to be a lot better than Justin Fields. I want a game manager.
This isn't a high bar. Yeah, that's.
I mean, he's younger out of all of the guys that are coming out.
Coming out of where?
Out of in free agency. He's way younger than Kirk Cousins.
I guess, but like, okay, all right.
Just saying, I'm just putting that
What's
out
up
there.
with you and the younger people? Like, I feel like you would have wanted Malik Willis, but now all of a sudden I'm sensing an inconsistency in the trend. Like young, whoa, not that young. But
I mean, you kind of like, you said it last time on the show when we were here talking. You said, I like the mix of a little bit of gray sprinkled in there with all of the darkness that comes there too. So a little bit of
sort of
salt
more
and pepper.
personal choice with the beard going on here, but nonetheless, yes, okay. It's okay, but you're for the strategy of going cheaper.
Yes.
All right. Snowball. Again, let me read the direct quote. This is from Rich Samini's piece this morning. There's a sense that the Jets will look to add 2 veterans, steering away from overpriced big names and instead focusing on cost-effective backup stopgap starters. Again, I will have names to get into that apparently fit this category, but just that overall theme, I'm curious. Where do you stand?
I want to know what was his qualifier for saying that statement? Like, he says, overpriced is his, that's the bar. Overpriced, Derek Carr and Malik Willis.
Yeah, so so let me read the full thing. He has this as a bullet point, the QB mystery. Everyone wants to know who will line up behind center in 2026. The Jets have been linked to no fewer than a dozen quarterbacks, everyone from retired Derek Carr to Malik Willis. It's not a great year to need a QB1, so there's no surefire answer out there. There is a sense that the Jets will, again, look at 2 veterans steering away from overpriced big names and focusing on cost-effective backup stopgap starters. So I would say overpriced would probably be Malik Willis, and then the big names would probably qualify for Derek Carr and things of that nature, I would assume, based on his writing. Yeah.
But Derek Carr, like, where was he last year? He wasn't in the NFL, right? He was, retired. What? Not here, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure.
So Derek Carr, and then recovering from injury and all this stuff and not being in the league and having a podcast with his brother and all this garbage, right? I'm saying Derek Carr to me is like a used car, right? Like I'm not in the market for a used car. I don't want it. Malik Willis.
All right.
Again, like Johnny said, right? His book of accomplishments is a short read. It's not much to read. You can go through it in like 3 seconds. So
Sure.
I'm not. Again, I agree, right? Don't flood the waters with these people. I don't know. Like I'm not a fan of either Derek Carr or Malik Willis. So he wants to go. Rich is suggesting going cheaper, lowering the bar. I don't understand about lowering the bar. I mean, you can't lower the bar much further than a used car and a guy who's got 6 pages worth of reading. So, yeah, I'm all in for going the direction that I guess Rich is trying to suggest.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't see like the well, I mean, we're going to go through the choices now, obviously, of like quarterbacks that are available. So I throw it to you, BG.
Okay, here it is. These are the names that apparently fit that category. Let's start off with Tanner McKee. This is a name that there are some names in here that we have not discussed, which I find intriguing, which we'll get into. But we'll start off, and again, you guys can be as quick or long as you want with these guys. Tanner McKee, the Philadelphia Eagles backup. Long story short, former 6th-round draft choice. He's just been sort of marinating behind the scenes. He's the preseason superstar. He's our Chris Strevler. When he gets preseason reps, all of a sudden he becomes Superman. And when he's had actual starts, which I believe are 2 starts in his career, he's been very mediocre. I said it. One of my other jobs for Heavy is covering a couple of teams, not in written article, but like as a mentor to say, hey, you guys may want to cover this story or this story or this story. And week 18, the Eagles said they're, like resting Jalen Hurts. And I told the Eagles staff, I said, guys, this is an intriguing article. This is a massive opportunity for Tanner McKee because he could really increase his draft stock or trade stock rather if he kills it. So I said, maybe an idea. They said, ooh, great idea, Paul. I'm like, yeah, I'm full of them. And then he sucked. And I'm like, well, he was just very mid in the game. And again, he didn't have A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley and all that other crap. But still, if he would have lit it up, I think he would be the hottest name of the ever. He'd be the Malik Willis if he had the Malik Willis game. He just didn't have the Malik Willis game. So, again, we'll go around the room real quick on Tanner McKee. Eagles, thumbs up, thumbs down on Tanner McKee.
Who's starting? Am I starting? I'll start. How about that? I'll
there you go. Very emphatic. I like that. Take control.
But you just said it, right? Like in his debut, not debut, but like in that opportunity,
right?
You gave him a gun with no bullets, right? Like, so, if he would have had the superstars around him, like Brown, and
Saquon
Barkley, right? If he had those, he looks good. So, being that, again, I like the marinating part of him, that he's been behind the scenes watching, championships and being in a successful environment. And granted, he was a 6th-round pick, but, having the build and the frame of a quarterback that Frank Reich likes, a bigger guy, howitzer of an arm, this type of stuff.
Yeah.
He's intriguing to me. And the price, although you'll have to pay a little bit for him,
sure.
What has he got? A $1 million contract?
That's correct. Yep. For this so he's in the last year of his deal, and it's like $1 million in base salary. Yep.
Right. So if you eat his salary, and I don't know if you got to give him a draft pick. You got to give him a draft pick for him.
You have to give him something, right?
You got to give him something. Again, give him Tony Adams, and then he's just going to be my bargaining chip for everything now.
Unfortunately, he's a free agent.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But anyway, give him something. I don't know if one of the conditional fifths,
right, which are coming. Again, we don't have that information yet, but yes, the Jets are expected to have a couple of comp picks, which again would be exciting.
He is something that the Jets never do. They never let a quarterback sit,
right?
And brew. So everyone says run from danger. I say run to the danger.
I am the danger. Yeah, that's good. Thank you for the Breaking Bad action there. So, Johnny boy, are you in on Tanner McKee? Yay or nay?
Times go by, seems to be you could have been a better friend to me. I'm gonna say yes, if you still bring in a veteran quarterback as well. I think with anybody that we pick, I want to double dip in quarterbacks. Right. Okay. So if it's your Cousins, if it's your Marcus Mariota, I want your Tanner McKee. I want the potential of a Will Levis if he ends up getting dropped by Tennessee. Will Howard is another person, since we're talking about Tanner McKee, that needs to be talked about, because the talk about Ty Simpson is that if he falls, and Pittsburgh might be picking him up. So what are you going to do? And from my understanding, and this is shout out to our guy Snowball, that he is one of the hosts at Jets Worldwide Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Be there or be square. He's being called as the coach of the Steelers on the field. So why not? That's my take. So I'm a yes. If there is I just don't want to give whatever quarterback comes here and we're just giving him the position.
I don't think that's happening.
For it. I want them to fight for it.
This is, again, I could be wrong. They could just Justin Fields it again. He's our guy. But I just don't think the names are good enough to merit that. Again, outside of Malik Willis, because you would have to because of the money, which is sort of where I was at last year with Justin. Like, you give him a 2-year deal for $40 million, and he's competing against Checks Notes, Tyrod Taylor's in the last year of a $6 million deal. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, they could compete, but we know how this is going. So if they sign Malik, it's sort of obvious. And maybe even like a Kirk Cousins because of name value. But like, for the most part, if you get Tanner McKee and Marcus Mariota, and here's a pull stick, one of you guys are coming out of this thing. Yeah, okay, that's a legitimate competition, and it could go anyway, especially Tanner McKee, because we don't know, right? That's the Matt Flynn of it all in a very weird way, because he hasn't, again, had that Matt Flynn moment, but you compete with Russell Wilson, and whatever happens, happens. Like, we would have leaned Matt Flynn in that competition, but that's not what happened. So I'd lean Tanner McKee, but I don't freaking know what's going to happen. So, okay.
Would you take that room? Would you take a Tanner McKee, Marcus Mariota, Bailey Zappi quarterback room?
I mean, I think the question would be, right, that whatever quarterback, is he the quarterback of the future? No, because my understanding is right, we are wanting to dip in the waters of this 2027 miracle quarterback class that seems like to be every single year. Look, I say do that, get those 2 quarterbacks, and still get a quarterback in this draft itself. If you could get a quarterback every single year, do it. Okay, we haven't had a quarterback in a very long time, so
can confirm.
We thought we've had.
Right. Of what it actually is. So you were for? Oh yeah, you were emphatic. So we okay. So Tanner McKee, we've got that one covered. For me, again, I'd be for Tanner McKee. It just depends on price. Let's go to another name. We haven't talked about it much here, but I've heard Tom C talk about it on social media. Spencer Rattler of the New Orleans Saints. So he was the starter last season, former 5th-round pick. And if you Google Spencer Rattler, you may know a lot about him from his Netflix days. But, he now clearly Tyler Shuck is their franchise quarterback. He's going to be there for a long time. So if you're the Saints, Spencer Rattler's dirt cheap, and you may just want to keep him as a quality backup to him. But Spencer Rattler is an intriguing guy to Dom C, and I've heard a few fans talk about him as a upside young starter, and you just give him a chance like that. You get Spencer Rattler, he's not your unquestioned starter. If you get Spencer Rattler and Tanner McKee, it'd be sort of weird to acquire all your quarterbacks via trade, I guess. But whatever the case happens to be, or any Spencer Rattler interest from the Peanut Gallery, Johnny Boy, you'll start this one.
I could be right, and I could be wrong.
That's normally what I sense from you, but yes.
But look, yes, it's that simple to me. Yes, because he's instantly better than what we have right now. So
yeah,
the potential was there. But then again, I will say it. I still want a Cousins. I would still want a Marcus Mariota. I would still want,
of course,
a vet QB like that in there. So that's my take.
Okay, Snowball.
I'm just looking at his stats. He seems like a very young version of Jameis Winston.
That's a way to put it. Sure, yeah,
because it's an equal split between touchdowns and interceptions. His completion percentage is pretty good. He's not bad, but the fact that you're going to get touchdowns and interceptions at the same time, he could be interesting to watch. He is younger. He's got a cool name. I could imagine like things like, you know, the Jets handing out rattlers in the stands and whatever. And but again, long term for Spencer Rattler.
Baby Rattler.
Yeah, the baby rattler.
Yeah, that's what I assumed he was talking about. Yeah.
But I know Johnny's just all about, you know, he's got 1,000 kids, so he's probably got rattlers all over the floor. He's probably
maybe he can service this giveaway. Apparently, that's happening at MetLife Stadium. So wonderful.
Right. But I'd be out on Spencer Rattler. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, he wouldn't be at the top of my list, but you know, I can't be that picky. Our quarterback sucks, so anyone would be an upgrade. So yeah, if you could get him for nothing, I don't know why the Saints would get rid of him. I guess that'd be sort of my take on it. Like, unless you're just doing a solid for Spencer and you gave him a chance and he was the starter, now he's not, and it's semi awkward, and you're just like, hey man, we'll try to trade you to the best possible place we can if we could get good value, and then you do it. So again,
go to the Jets.
Yeah, right. There you go. You're banished to the shadow realm. All these names, by the way, we're bringing up. We now have 500 people in the room. The numbers are growing, so thank you so much for everyone who's joining the show. If you're looking for the Minka Fitzpatrick stuff, again, article in the YouTube description down below. We talk about it, but we're still going through Rich Sweeney's article. He says these are the names from everything he's heard that the Jets are swimming in. Some are trade, some are free agency, some are all over the place. So we'll continue to walk through them. We just talked about Spencer Rattler. Tyson Bagent, I know, is a name I have not talked about on this show. He is the backup quarterback to the Chicago Bears behind Caleb Williams. You guys will have to get all your Google numbers in, but here's the thing that immediately makes me go, if that's real, I think I'm out. Tyson Bagent, I heard from Chicago Bears people of what they would require to trade for him, and here are some of just the raw numbers. He's got a great head of locks, so if that's sort of your thing. He's 25 years of age. He'll turn 26 over the summer. He's a former undrafted product from Shepherd, but he quickly, you know, you saw him on Hard Knocks, and he sort of turned it around. And a young kid, 6'3", 212 pounds. His father is a famous arm wrestling champion from the past, which again was part of that Hard Knocks story. So you have that in his background. The Bears want a second-round pick for Tyson Bagent, and I go, I'm sorry. So for those reasons, I'm out if that's the price, and I've heard that price rumored on social media from Bears people, and I'm like, there is just no way in this God's green earth. Mac Jones, second-round pick, Tyson Bagent, second-round pick. What in God's green earth are we talking about? But again, what about the upside shot, which is what Dano Jeremiah floated out, not Bagent, but in theory, you take a swing on Tanner McKee, someone that's like in their mid-20s, and maybe they could be something, which is a better gamble than whatever you like. Kirk Cousins just is what he is. You're not going to see a new, Kirk Cousins could be here for the next 10 years. Like Tyson or Tanner McKee or one of those cats, Spencer Rattler, if you feel that confidently about him, maybe that guy can be that guy. So yeah, so for the second round pick, crazy shit. As a matter of fact, let me just sort of make this clear moving forward. Second round pick for any quarterback that we're swimming in, that's a no for me, dog. But Snowball, Tyson Bagent, what do you make of the Shepherd product?
Well, I do like the arm wrestling reference.
Yeah, there you go. Very nice.
So that's a definite positive for me. Like I'm in on the arm wrestling, but can you tell me how many touchdowns he threw last year? 0. Interceptions is 0 as well. So and the second round pick for that.
Yeah.
You can go shopping. No, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. No,
yeah, there you go. Very, very quick there, which I can respect. Johnny Boy, Tyson Bagent?
To be or not to be? That is the question. This nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. That is a big no to me. Tyson, what? I don't know who this guy's name is.
Oh,
just like half of the people are not even gonna know what quote I'm saying right now. Okay,
I was sort of lost on that one. But
exactly.
I see the connection. I do see the connection.
Okay, well, all right. Well, let's go to the next name on the list here. That one was quick and for good reason. Now, here's the last name that we'll talk about, and then we'll go everywhere else we're gonna go. One to watch. Denver Broncos quarterback Jarrett Stidham is under contract with Denver, and Rich said he is a name to watch. Darren Muji knows him, of course, from his time. I'd be surprised because Sean Payton has, for those who don't know, and I'm dead serious, has like a man crush for Jarrett Stidham. Like he freaking loves this guy. It's another son to Sean Payton. Even though Bo Nix is his starting quarterback, he freaking loves Jarrett Stidham. So unless he's just doing Muji solid, and apparently Muji and Sean Payton, from everything I've heard, have a great relationship. But that's another one. I'm like, oh my God, what are you guys going to ask for? What ridiculous price are you going to ask for Jarrett Stidham, who started the AFC Championship game and looked great for that drive? And I'm like, oh yeah, he's about to fucking roast the Patriots. And then he folded like a cheap suit. So any interest in Jarrett Stidham, an old love connection of one Moochie? Snowball?
No, I'm just done. I'm done it. No, because
okay.
Yeah, like you said, and as I referenced before, the trend is your friend. So coming out strong. I mean, we saw Adam Gase come out strong every first drive, and then
that's true. That's the thing,
right? Yeah. Like we died. So him coming out strong first drive, and then getting and then wait a minute, I'm playing in a championship game, and and dying. No, Jarrett Stidham, I'm sorry. Thank you, but no, thank you.
Yeah, because if I remember now, I might start getting stuff mixed up, but I thought the Raiders signed him and he was competing against like Aiden O'Connell and he lost. Like, I don't know, man. As I look at this, let me make sure, I'm not speaking out of turn here for the Jarrett Stidham. Let's get the whole Jarrett Stidham experience in here and go through sort of his quick history. Former New York guy, so he'd be coming home. Oh, no, I lied. It's actually Kentucky. Yeah, that's a totally lie. I totally made that up. But he was there in that 2022, so I was right on the O'Connell stuff at least. So he was drafted by the Patriots, initiate gag reflex, went to the Raiders, then went to Denver, and he's sort of been marinating as a backup quarterback. He's 29. He will be 30, believe it or not. He's done nothing in the league, but he's already going to be 30 by the time the start of the 2026 season. So Jarrett Stidham. All right, Johnny Boy, do you have a magical quote that can sort of connect all of this together?
Cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never taste of death but once. So I'm a big no on Stidham.
Okay. Wow. That's very lovely. Well, boys, I know the Snowball, we're running out of time. Well, not running. We have run out of time with you, Snowball. That's perfect on the time check there.
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Okay. Well, here we go. Folks, let's try to answer some phone calls. I'll stay on after Snowball and whatever Johnny Boy's story is. Hopefully he has more quotes to share that we can all sort of lead our life by. Let's do this. We'll play Hep Timeout. Your phone calls next. It's Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Boy Green, Boy Daily, Boy Daily, Boy Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Moron! Boy Green Daily, Boy Daily, Boy Daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. Everyone, J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets. Boy Green, fucking daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green, fucking daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go!
You heard it there from Hep. I'm sure the spray can JWW will be taking over our tailgate this year, which will be a lot of fun. So we'll make those connections happen. The pinned comment on youtube.com/@boygreen25 is the call-in link. If you want to call into the show, you want to get your participation trophy for the day, you must be involved on YouTube, which is the best place to watch a show. We're also streaming live on Facebook, Twitter. People rewatch a show on YouTube, and people prefer the audio-only version where they don't have to look at my face, which, again, is a very subtle way of saying I still like listening to the show as long as I don't have to look at you. Other people in my life wish they had that option, but they don't. Let's get to a super chat here real quick. Chef Kevin Gilbert says Johnny Boy wants to. Wow. Johnny Boy wants Brady to cook Fastest Food Reviews $2 super chat here. Johnny, I'm not sure if you have a magical quote to sort of tie this all together here. What's Chef Kevin Gilbert talking about here?
Men at some time are masters of their fate. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings.
All right. Which means?
No, I did not want to see Brady cook.
Oh, I see. Okay. Great.
Brady cook. I just wanted to see what type of OC can Tanner be.
Okay.
And it all came out to like, okay, Tanner was trash. They kicked the can on him, and it's over. Big shout out to my guy, Chef Kev. So much love towards this guy, man. He is an amazing individual.
Yeah.
He is the man when it comes to when we talk about cooking, baby. Like, let's cook.
Well, that's true. Yeah, he's
that's
an
the
expert
guy that
in
really
matters.
does cook.
That's a good point. Well done, Chef Kevin Gilbert. Again, we've added this to your raffle ticket prize total for the month of March. Again, before the end of the show, we will do a raffle wheel to determine our February winner. More on that in a little bit. Let's go to the phone lines. Hep is up first. Here you go. What's up, Hep?
Hey, Snowball. Hey, Johnny boy. Hey, Paul.
Morning,
hey,
Hep.
fellas.
What's up,
Sure.
Hep?
Yeah.
How'd the show go last night?
Oh, terrific. Over 4 hours. It was, well, Easy was the first caller, and he welcomed in all the other callers. Like, hey, man, bring them all in. And we had a party, and it was, it broke a few Bobby rules. This was the first espresso club that we couldn't fit any more people on the show. I got, for this behind the scenes thing for StreamYard, but every once in a while, if you have more than 10 people calling in, I get an alert. It sort of pops up for a second, says, hey, people are trying to call in, but they can't. There's too many people. And I went, wow. So that was a pleasant thank you. And sorry to anyone that attempted to call in. And I try to rotate the people out if we get to that point, although this is a brand new endeavor. But yeah, so it was awesome. A lot of fun, a lot of personal stuff, sports stuff. We had combine, and we covered a lot of ground. Yeah.
So I'm thinking about what are your guys' thoughts on Drew Aller, Snowball, and Johnny Boy? I really like that kid. He's got the size, he's got the arm, and I don't know, where do you think we can get him? I mean, now of course, all the quarterbacks are starting to move up in the draft. All these guys that we figured they won't be there. We'll get them in the 4th or 5th round. It's like there's no way. These guys are all moving up now. Where do you think he might go?
I liked what I saw in Drew Aller. You saw the arm. I think you would have to judge the first round of quarterbacks by strength and arm compared to the second wave of the QBs. They were more accurate, right?
Especially
more polished and everything.
Yeah.
So, I like what I saw. I mean, for a guy that 4 months ago had a giant injury, and he was still trying to go out there and sling it. Talks. The only thing that I worry about, and I think that's something that Frank could potentially work with, is the footwork, right? Because they kept talking about that little cheat step that he had in there, and then he would release.
Oh, I see.
How much of that, if Daniel Jeremiah could see that when you got all these other linebackers or these other defensive players are going to be able to start to tell that.
Sure. I think he was before this year. I think he was supposed to go as the number 1 draft pick.
He was. That's correct. Yeah.
So I don't know. Where do you think he might go, Paul? You think he might go in the 2nd round or in the 3rd or 4th?
Yeah, so right before his workout, Daniel Jeremiah, because there's been so much content, I haven't had a chance to write about it or tweet about it yet, but Daniel Jeremiah on the Jets official podcast says he believes Drew Aller goes in the 3rd round. And this was before the workout. And so with the workout going so well, I think he can work himself into
the
3rd round technically is day 2. So higher into day 2. And we could see if he can top 50 picks, probably too aggressive, but like a top 75 pick of getting in that range, I think is possible. And again, if you're like a team like the Jets, you get to 44 and then you're like, damn, the next time we pick is 103. Do we just say, fuck it, and make it again? Do the Jets make any decisions like that if they don't add any more picks? That there's such a massive gap between one and the other. Do you say, hey, I don't know if he's going to be here the next time I swing. This is a quarterback. Let's do it. That's a big gap of time. So, but yeah, Daniel Jeremiah in third round. I could see him going back into second round.
So Snowball, you think that I'm thinking that Simpson's going to sneak back into the first round. I mean, into the top 10, and all these quarterbacks are starting to get pushed forward, like they always do every year, get pushed up. Now, if he does get pushed into the top 10, do the Jets try to make that move back to a player within the top 10, or they stick and pick Reese, or what do you think?
No, I think the Jets are still. They're going to wait for the QB position, whether it be later this year or next year. But I'm just thinking that, we're talking about Allar, and then I'll get to Simpson quickly. But Allar, for me, I like the talent. Listen, we've made a lot of decisions on quarterbacks in the past, and the Jets have not made the right decision at all. So, yeah, if you want to say the Jets need this or the Jets need that, we have no idea, no information whatsoever about making a good pick for quarterback. and that's with every other team in the NFL too. We spoke about it last night, Jackson Dart. Right? Like, did the Giants just get lucky or what? What was the strategy behind it? So whatever quarterback you want to take in this draft, whether it be anything from Ty Simpson to Nussmeier to whoever it is, good for you. Take a shot. Go for a quarterback. You never know what you're going to get. It's like, Forrest Gump, box of chocolates type of deal. So, for me, if the Jets at whatever pick, if they go at 16 and Simpson's there and they take him, hooray! We took a quarterback. Fantastic. I don't know. I think there's a possibility for any one of these quarterbacks after yesterday to hop into first round, second rounds.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I have, the only reservation that I have, and I have to go after this, but the only reservation that I have is that the Jets do not have a third round pick, and that pisses me off. So there's a huge gap.
Yeah.
How do you fill the gap? You got to either trade back or get something in a trade or whatever. So God bless the New York Jets. God bless America, and I have to go.
All right, see you, Snowball.
Okay, there he is.
I didn't mean move back and trade for Simpson. What I meant was move back and possibly
allow someone else
that to get a third round pick or get other assets.
Which I am for. Again,
anyway.
But if you're the Jets, you just have to make sure you're right. Can you imagine? Right, the Jets are picking 2, and let's say I'm trying to think of someone sort of later in the first round. Cleveland. We'll use Cleveland. Cleveland moves up from 6 to 2. They take Ty Simpson. We get Jeremiah Love. We get whoever. It doesn't matter. Whoever we get. Ty Simpson's a superstar. Oh, my goodness gracious. The hellfire that will rain down on the Jets.
Your sound cut out on me, Paul.
Yeah.
I'll catch you on the rebound.
Yeah, appreciate you, Heb. Yeah, that would be the thing I would say. Man, if that happened, if a team trades up for Ty Simpson from the Jets, and that player's awesome, that would not be muy bueno. That would not be bueno at all. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here, and let's go to him. We'll definitely need a quote for this guy, but let's just play this.
I'm going off the rails on a Mazzy train. There you go.
Look at this beautiful emoji. What do you think of this? See?
I love it.
Sweet. I love the cross.
I love the earring. I love the Aussie cross.
The glasses are great. The Jets hat. All of it. It's great. Yeah, very
That's
easy.
me.
Very easy.
The only thing I would do. The only thing I would do different is I'd put like a do-rag on the top instead of the Jet hat. But being the Jet show, that fits better for our purposes.
100%. So, by the way, is this an upgrade over the old ECOC?
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Okay, there you go.
I love it.
For that.
Anyway, what happened last night was my phone died.
Oh,
I started the show at only 20%, and we were already about an hour and a half in, and it just went. And I tried to get back in, but I let it charge until it got up to about 15%. I tried to get back in, but by that point, like you said, there were only the 10 guy limit, and I had spent enough time on there. So I just put a movie on and just watched the movie. I went to my bedroom, put the TV on and watched the movie, and was listening to you guys off and on during the movie, and then I just said, fuck it, and went to bed.
Well, that was awesome. It was fun having you on, so thanks for jumping on with us, Easy.
Oh, yeah. I had a real nice buzz. I really did. But, I wasn't wasted or anything. No, right. I wasn't wasted, though. I definitely had a nice buzz because I don't drink a lot.
Yeah.
But, my sugar was low, so I figured instead of eating something, let me just do a couple of shots there. I think I had about six shots, but that's not very potent stuff, that honey bourbon. It's only about it's only like 70 proof, so it's not like the real stuff.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's wuss stuff for sure. So you killed it, Easy, but it was great to have you. What's on your mind, sir?
I'm ready to exercise.
I didn't get a chance to. They didn't get to my box for my choices.
Oh.
I want I'm bad with names, but I want the kid that ran a 4.4 who plays linebacker and can also rush the edge.
Yeah, that's Arvell Reese. He ran a 4.47. He's 20 years of age.
Yep, that's the kid I want. I want him. There's my sugar alarm's going off. Ignore it. I already took my insulin, so it'll work. So I want him. But what I'd really like to do is I would like to trade back from 2 maybe to 5 or 6. Get a third round. So now we have the 6th pick. We get a third round pick, and then with the 16th pick, I'd like to then maybe trade up a little bit to make sure we get a good wide receiver or a really good receiving tight end. And then at the 33rd pick, I'll take Drew Aller all day long. First pick in the second round, I'll take him all day. He was projected to be a number 1 pick.
He was.
Yeah, he had a bad season, but didn't they have a little bit of changeover in his college? Didn't they change coaching personnel?
Well, I think his ankle exploded before the coaching change, but yes.
But that might have had something to do with his year this year. Towards the end, everything was different, but the kid's got talent, and if you could get him at pick 33, I'd grab him. I wouldn't wait to 44. I'd try to grab him because he's got a lot. I think he's got a lot of upside, and I think Frank Reich can really coach this kid up and get him ready, not for this season, but for next season.
Sure.
I'd love to have him in the bank working out all year long.
All right.
See what the kid's got. If he's not the answer, well, we'll just draft another one next year.
Right.
With our 3 first rounders. I don't think you could go wrong picking him. And even if he doesn't work out as a starter, I think he'd be a high quality backup. At the very least, the kid's good. The kid is good.
We need backup, so
I don't think you could go wrong with him.
And
I really don't.
And I get not risking it because, again, if you just keep waiting at the quarterback position, someone else can get your guys. That's certainly possible.
Right, and you kept saying over and over, I'm going to draft a quarterback every freaking year.
I love that.
Until we get it right. That's your moniker, not me. I mean, once you have your quarterback room set, though, you kind of wait maybe 2 or 3 years before you go back that direction. But right now, we got to draft a guy every year until we get it right. And if Cleveland trades up and they take Ty Simpson, well, then good luck to Cleveland. It's about time maybe the Browns got a little bit of luck because they've had the same shit. They've had worse quarterback luck than we have. I mean, worse because they've been a lot worse than us. I mean, yeah, they make the playoffs every now and then. We have, but Cleveland's, they're a historic franchise. I mean, they lost their whole team to Baltimore. And then they had to reconstitute and rebuild it all from scratch again with a new owner. Thank God they were smart enough to keep the name Browns.
Yeah, I like that name. The jerseys are cool. I like the Browns. Yeah.
Hey, Easy.
Go ahead.
Easy, because a question. How was it working with Paul, Ace, and Peter?
I never got the pleasure. Matter of fact, rest in peace, Ace.
Yeah,
for real.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you something about Ace Frehley.
Yeah,
Ace Frehley was the lead guitar player for Kiss back in the early 70s when hard rock. I mean, there was always rock and roll and rockabilly and all that stuff. And Elvis is not the king of rock and roll. Let's just get that straight. Okay. Elvis is a gospel blues singer who made it in rockabilly. He's not the king of rock and roll. Chuck Berry is the king of rock and roll.
Wow. Okay.
Think about it. Chuck Berry. He was the first rock and roller. The guy who did that one-legged strut hopper on his leg.
Sure.
He's rock and roll. Whatever you that's Chuck Berry was the king of rock and roll. And who was the next innovator in rock and roll? Fucking Jimi Hendrix. And then after, so you had Chuck Berry, Jimi Hendrix. Then you got the British guys.
Yeah.
Like the guys in one of my favorite bands.
Iron Maiden.
Sure.
Iron Maiden. And then you had, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath. All those bands came out. They were all, and a lot of people don't notice. Do you know what Black Sabbath's original name was before they were Black Sabbath?
No.
They were an English blues band based on American blues rock, and they were called Earth.
Oh, I like Black Sabbath better.
Yeah, well, Tony Iommi, he invented that deep, dark sound.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Iommi was great. And he had two tips of his fingers were like half cut off. He used to have to put these waxy rubber things on the tips of his fingers to play guitar. Jesus. Because he cut them off on his right hand, which most people would say, no big deal, you strum with that. He was a lefty. So his right hand was the one on the neck. So he had to put these little pieces of plastic on the tips of his fingers to play.
Why did he cut them off?
It was his last day at work, but he had quit, and it was his last day at work at this fabrication factory, and he wasn't paying attention, and he put his hands into a machine that was cutting sheet metal, and it chopped just the very tips of his fingers off. It was his last day at work there.
Wow. Did he get any workers' comp or,
I don't know. You talk about England in the 1960s. What do you think?
Probably not, I guess.
Probably nothing, no. But he was good at fabricating.
But it was just the tip, though. You said just the tip.
It was like halfway through his fingernail on one hand, and just the tiny tip on the other. It's enough to mess you up, though.
Yeah, I would prefer not to get any part. Yeah. Guitars or anything. Think about it. I don't want my tip or any part of my anything cut off.
Look at some music videos, and they'll do a close up of him playing the guitar, and you'll see these little like brownish tips on two of his fingers. It's crazy.
Wow.
It took a long time. That's why all these other players, everyone like overpassed all these guys, Right. But then Tony finally got better tips, and that's when he started to become a better, faster guitar player. Remember back then, it wasn't like that.
Speaking of tips, when I was a kid, I almost got maroon. I almost dyed my hair maroon and got frosted tips. I'm glad I never did that, but I thought about it. So, speaking of tips. You
should sue Alon because you had a nice black beard. It was pure
now
black.
It's very gray.
And now it's gray on the side. Isn't that funny how that shit happens? Yeah. It's crazy.
I'm not sure.
It's not like
I'm not sure funny is the F word I would use, but yes.
It's crazy how you cut it and all of a sudden then it starts growing in different. How does the tips that are technically just dead know what the roots are doing?
Yeah, I don't know. So my roots got screwed.
What's Tatiana think of the gray? I bet she likes it.
It's a mix. It's a like because I look old, and then anyone she's with, she's like, "Oh, you're bringing your grandpa around," and so she likes that. And then the other part, she's like, "Oh, it's gray," and I'm like, "Yeah." So it's a little bit of
this. This is Santa Claus white. Okay?
What is
my beard? It's Santa Claus white. Yeah, well, it is if I don't use the hair dye.
What?
Can you say ho? Can you say ho, ho, ho?
Wait, that's a dye job?
Well, if you're saying ho, ho, ho in Spanish, it's spelled J-O, J-O, J-O.
Oh, so Joe.
No, ho, ho, ho. The J is an H sound in Spanish in numbskull. Come on.
That's true. Yeah, but we
You're
do
half-
have a
you're-
boy playing
aren't you
Taco
ha-
Club member. That's true.
Aren't you half Puerto Rican?
I am.
Grooming tips with Easy.
Yeah.
Aren't you half Puerto Rican? Then how do you not know that the J is an H sound?
Well, I was just trying to. Yeah.
Look, it's Jose, not Jose.
Oh, yeah. Although my uncle's wife's name is Jose. She's Canadian. Yes.
Y ustedes están
That is a good
mirando
point.
un capítulo del Niño Verde acá adentro en los canales de YouTube. Gracias por venir acá.
You said something about green when you said verde.
Yeah.
What did you say? Did you say sangua or anything like that? Because then I would think you meant bleed green. How do you say I bleed? How do you say I bleed green in Spanish?
Sangro. No, sangre.
Mi sangre verde.
Yeah, la sangre mía, it's verde.
Yeah, verde. Like Vinny Testaverde. What does that mean? He's got green balls?
No. What?
What? I'm sorry, I missed that translation. But
Vinny Testaverde. What does he got? Means he got green balls?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess so. I never thought about it. Like
Actually, his name would be probably Huevo Verde.
Yes, I suppose so. Easy. Congratulations on the new emoji, man. Horns up.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. Easy joining us on the show.
Oh, man. Maybelline. Why can't you be true?
Well, we have plenty of callers, but Johnny, let's do this. I promised it. On the first of every month, we do a spinning of the wheel and we give away a prize, a raffle prize. So we'll do that live right now on the show, and then we'll keep rolling down the phone lines here. For a reminder, folks, this is the raffle prize. If you're new to the channel, again, my name is Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. We're here every single day. It's Boy Green Daily, New York Jets digital video show here that you guys can interact with and call into. And again, we have several callers we're waiting to get to here on the show. This is the prize pack for this month: a Darrelle Revis jersey, a pair of New York Jets shirts, shorts, part of the Woody Boy Green tailgate package. We'll have koozies, bottle openers, a lot of fun stuff from there, and a hat from my personal collection I will throw in as well. So all of that is about to be given away right now. Once we identify whoever this winner is, again, it'll be at random, the Wheel of Names picker. Once we pick that winner, I will seek out your information. You guys can reach out to me. I'll explain that after, and then we'll get your shipping information to get this sent out to you. So without further ado, Johnny Boy, are you ready?
Beware the Ides of March. I am ready.
Yes. And we are here. The Ides of March are certainly here. So, folks, let's put this up on the board. This is the Wheel of Names. Again, all of you throughout the entire month, look at all those names, have been spending $3 on the channel. Every $3 you spend gets your raffle ticket. If you are a Boy Green Espresso Club member, you automatically, no matter what, got 5 raffle tickets to this contest. So as long as you remain a Boy Green Espresso Club member on a month-to-month basis, you will always be in every raffle. So, Johnny Boy, I'll let you do the honors. Whoever this lands on, you will win that prize. So, Johnny, you tell me when to spin.
Spin.
Here we go. It is spinning, going around. All right. Wait a second. It is... Shout out to my father's favorite shipmate, DNY for life, Devin. You have won our prize pack. So, Devin, I know your number, so I will just text you. But if you see this, make sure you remind me and text me. Congratulations to DNY for life, a.k.a. Devin, for winning this month's raffle. Again, these are your raffle winnings: a Darrelle Revis jersey, pair of new Jet shorts. You already have this shirt from the tailgate, so you can have another one, and we'll also give you a hat from my personal collection. So, again, congratulations to the one and only Devin, a.k.a. DNY for life. I think this is the first prize he's ever won on the show, so good for Devin, man. Good for Devin. So, Devin, reach out. Devin, DNY for life. Awesome. So that is awesome. Beautiful. Good question by Jets Worldwide. Why is it a pair of shorts? Do you get one short? I guess that's a good point. I'm not really sure where that came from, but well said nonetheless. Anywho, let's get to the phone lines here. Up first is Kyle Clifton with the Kyle Clifton call.
Hello, Kyle. Because there's 2 leg holes. That's why.
That makes sense. Damn it. Yeah. Kyle always has the answers. All right, Kyle, we're ready for some more answers.
So, two is going to be Reese, right? So,
I think so. Yep.
yeah, the question becomes, what do we do with 16?
Mm-hmm.
If one of these other Ohio State defenders falls,
Mm-hmm.
we have to be ready to trade up if the price is right. Because
so that's either any of them, you're saying?
Either of them. I think that the price for Styles might be a little bit higher to go up than the price for Downs, but like bringing two of those guys together could really dynamically change our defense in one season.
And you're not a Caden McDonald guy, right?
No. I mean, at this point, especially not.
Yeah, okay. I figured not. Okay. So we're talking about Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that would be talk about, the reaction after the draft to get those kind of pillars, potentially franchise altering guys. Man, that'd be a lot of fun.
No, and I think we can do it in a way that doesn't break the banks. It depends on how far they fall, right?
Who do you think will fall further?
Downs.
That's what my gut says too. I think the Sonny Styles hype is someone's gonna take the chance, especially after that combine.
What would it take? What would it take to get to do that? So, like, of course, our 33rd.
Well, where? Well, we need to know the where. I've got the NFL draft value chart in front of me, but it depends where we're talking about. Where's the lowest you could see down slipping, Kyle?
9, maybe.
Yeah, Kansas City. Yeah, because I think Bengals would take him for sure. So let's call it 9. So Kansas City's draft choice is worth $1,350. The Jets is worth 1,000. So we have a 350-point difference to make up there. And our 44th overall pick is more. So this is where, again, if you had that third round pick, that'd be the perfect thing to use. So unless you dip into your third in 2027. And if the Chiefs are cool with that, you could jump up. But we just don't have the perfect pick that's perfectly worth that, unfortunately.
But you can get creative. What kind of
sure
picks in the second round do Kansas City have?
Yeah, let's pull up Kansas City here. We've got they have pick 40 overall.
Pick 40 overall. Okay.
Yeah, and then they have 74 in the third round. So maybe there could be a swap. Maybe we give up 44. So we go from 16 to 9, and we give 44 for 74. So we drop into the third round. They move up 30 spots. We move up 7 spots. Maybe that's the
stuff you could do. You could go from 33 to 40. You could go into a future year for a third
that's
rounder.
Another one. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You have a pick there at 103 that you might be willing to surrender.
That's correct.
You can do a combination of those things.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm coming to this point. I really hadn't felt like we had we have so many needs. I didn't want to give up any additional picks, but we haven't been assigned these other two, formally assigned these other two picks that we think we're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the year that we can do that with if we have 12 picks. Go get a premium guy to upgrade our defense. And I think that we might be able to upgrade this through coaching, new scheme, and new players all at the same time, because there was nowhere to go but up from last year.
That's true, because
the defense was abysmal.
100%.
Kyle BG.
Okay.
If Sonny Styles was to fall around there, would you take a swing at a Reese and a Sonny as well and keep those guys together?
Yeah, I mean
that's what Kyle's talking about. Yeah,
I thought he said down.
If Sonny's there at 9, you have to go get him.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have to pay the iron price, and sometimes those opportunities to what you're saying, Kyle, will just present themselves, and you're like, "Damn, this is one of the great perks of having these assets. Not every team has the kind of assets to be able to do this. We do. Oh my goodness, that would be electric."
Yeah, and then, if for whatever reason we have to stay put, if a team comes up to get Simpson, or if a couple of these cornerbacks go off before us, because we won't take a cornerback at 16, I don't think.
Right. I don't think so. Right.
But some other teams might take a few in front of us, and that's going to cause somebody to drop. Now, I don't know who that player is. Is it Mauanoa? Is it Mekhi Lemon? Is it I don't know, but wouldn't hesitate about taking Mauanoa at 16 to fill the guard spot.
Really?
even if people are like upset about spending all this first round capital on offensive line, having a dominant offensive line shortens the game for you because you run less plays. You can run the ball with impunity. Your defense is on the field less. You don't have to have all these assets pumped into the defense. If you can just make some stops, we already have a pretty good punter. Like let's see if we can kind of flip the field a little bit, like shorten the game. This is something where we can kind of start to turn it around this year, where we could get to 6 or 7 wins. But after next year's draft, if Muji's half the personnel guy I think he is, we should be competing for the playoffs in 2027.
Yes, please. Kyle, please. Speak it into existence, my friend. That would be beautiful.
Have a great day, guys.
There you go. Great call. There he is. Kyle Clifton for the Kyle Clifton call. Again, that would be marvelous to be able to double dip potentially on Ohio State defenders. You get Arvell Reese, which again, to me right now, he's the betting favorite. There's a lot of time, I guess, to get to the draft next month because now we're in the month of March. So it's going to be at the end of April. But right now, I think it's Reese. And then, it'd be tantalizing to pair him with another Ohio State guy and just get 2 foundational pieces. You throw them you have Will McDonald back there. You got Jawan Briggs back there. You start going through your guys and Tavondre Sweat, hopefully, you're really excited about. So, yeah, there is some conversations to be had, I think, for sure. All right, let's dive back into the phone lines here. We have over 500 people in the room now. Again, like the video, hit subscribe, people. That's a free way to contribute. 500 plus people are in the room right now. And of those 500, we have 100 plus that are watching on YouTube across those social media platforms. As I look here on YouTube, folks, only 85 likes. So come on, let's bump those likes up. And also, let me hit the quick refresh button. We're getting closer and closer on subscribers to our next milestone. We're 3 subscribers away from 8,410. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel already, hit that subscribe button, baby, here on the channel. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. It's Mr. Famous Fulton up next. Mr. Famous Fulton.
Morning, Paul. How are you this morning?
Love that hat, my Jet fan brother.
Yeah. I got a surprise for you too, Paul.
Oh, I love surprises. Okay.
Take a look.
Oh, wait, let's go full screen here. Oh, is this your lovely gal?
Yep, we just went to our High School Musical play yesterday.
Nice.
Okay, congratulations. Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, you're a beautiful couple.
Yep, and it's a red and black one, so.
What do you mean?
You see in the background it says red and black on it?
Oh, no, I can't see that it says that in the background. I guess that's too small for me here. But no, that's awesome. Well, congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yep.
Great. And you said you have like what was it? Let me pull it back up here. You have a there it is. Yeah, this Saturday is your bowling tournament.
Yep, this Saturday, and then we got our basketball sectionals this next Sunday.
Okay, nice. All right. Well, good luck and congratulations. Way to go. And man,
Thank you.
Got quite a gal. Good. Congrats.
Yep.
Awesome,
and then
man.
I got the audition for Annie, but I'm a little nervous, Paul. And
hey, let me ask you a question. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. It's me and you right now. What is your name?
Okay. Fulton Moraz.
No. What is your name?
Okay.
What is your name? What does it say on that screen?
Oh, Mr. Legendary Fulton Moraz. I mean,
no. Say it one more time. What does that say on your screen, young man?
Mr. Legend Famous Fulton.
Say it again.
Mr. Legend Famous Fulton.
Say it again.
Mr. Legend Famous Fulton.
Yeah, it's quite a tongue twister, isn't it? That's because you are Mr. Legend Famous Fulton.
Yeah.
You eat nerves for breakfast, okay? So you don't have to be nervous. You're going to open up a fresh can of Whoop Patuki for the kids in our audience, okay? And you are going to seize this thing by the gonads, and you're just going to, You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Legendary Famous Fulton? You're not just
Yep.
Fulton Mraz. You are Mr. Legendary Famous Fulton. You're the breaker of change. You're the tribal chief. You're the face that runs the place. You are the head of the gosh darn table. You're going to main event WrestleMania. Okay, maybe not that. But you know what we're talking about, Mr. Famous Fulton. You are the man.
Exactly.
So you don't have to be nervous. You're gonna have the greatest time of all time. Okay?
Yep. I gotta run the dance moves this time.
There you go. Yeah.
And then
Throw
I
one
gotta
of these
do
in
right
there.
there.
One of these, perhaps. One of these. Maybe one of. You know what I'm talking about? With a little bit of this and a little bit of this, a little. You know what I'm talking about? Hit the sprinkler, maybe. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. Maybe a little light bulb action. Huh? Don't be afraid of a little light bulb action. Yeah. Get some of that in there, perhaps. A little whoa. The waters are turning. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Legendary Famous Fulton?
Yep, I sure do.
Mr. Famous Fulton, I'm gonna have to say this,
Johnny.
It's all about the hips, right? Make sure you work them hips. You doing your thing right there. And just remember this: some are born great, some achieve greatness, and it's just some have greatness thrust upon them. You are Mr. Legend, Famous Fulton. Never forget that.
I'll never forget it.
Let's go. You're the best, Mr. Famous Fulton.
Thanks, you too. And I'll let you guys know. About the sectionals and the basketball and the bowling tournament on Saturday.
Congratulations and good luck, Mr. Famous Fulton, and your lovely lady on your arm.
I think you were worried, BG, on that one. You were like, "Where are you going, Johnny? Where are you?"
I trust you implicitly. That's the importance of a co-host. I thought you were going in the proper direction that you needed to go. So, Johnny boy, there's a trust here. There's a trust here.
I saw your face. That's it.
I was like, here we go. No, but we've all heard that quote. Greatness thrust upon you. So that I just didn't know if there was an additional quote Johnny boy was going to add to that. So I appreciate it. All right, let's 100%, and thank you to all the love on Mr. Famous Fulton out in the comment section. Keep it going for our guy. Let's go back to the phone lines. This is a big member of the Boy Green Espresso Club. He was quite popular yesterday with takes and insights and future, being my agent and getting me on every show that exists out there in the universe. Let's bring him in. Frankie here on the program.
Frankie.
The only true wisdom is knowing we know nothing.
That's it. Ooh, wow. Okay.
A fool thinks himself to be wise, but a wise man knows himself to be a fool.
That's true. And BG, for you,
yes,
patience is a virtue, and you have quite the patience, as proven in many calls that I've been listening to.
Well, that is a compliment I have received a few times, and blessed be he. It is interesting, the dynamics of doing this show for so many years. And then I didn't do phone lines for a while until we just did them. And I'm like, man, what is going to happen? And the thing is, you don't know what's going to happen. So you sort of have to embrace letting go of the rope.
That's right.
I know AG references holding onto the rope. Sometimes you got to let go of the rope, and you take a leap of faith. You fall backwards, and you hope someone catches your fat ass. So, that's how I feel about it. But thank you for the patience comment. I appreciate that, Frank.
Couple comments, and then I have a question for both of you. First of all, the quarterbacks you were mentioning from the Rich Samini article, I believe you said.
Yes, that's
were
correct.
Those his recommendations?
No, so this is, let me read it here. There is a sense of this, and he said, these are the names, players such as this. So these are not his suggestions, I don't believe. I read it as these are names he was hearing. And specifically, the one name that I would separate from this group that I think is extra, he really highlighted this one differently, is Jarrett Stidham. He said, a name to watch. So this is the theme. There's a sense the Jets are going to do this, which are looking for two veterans steering away from overpriced names and featuring or focusing on cost-effective backup stopgap stars. So that's what he's hearing, that chunk he gave some players, and then he put Jarrett Stidham in a separate category. So if we were to put anyone in its own spotlight, so to speak, I would probably do that for Jarrett Stidham, which, again, a lot of those are, I think, are all of them trades? Let me see. Yes, Tanner McKee, Spencer Rattler, Tyson Bagent, and Jarrett Stidham would all be potential trade scenarios. Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about any of those guys, as
I
Johnny
don't blame
said.
you.
The quarterback room, I think that I'd like the most would be Cousins, Mariota, and the draft pick, whoever the draft pick might
I'd
be.
love that. I'm not. That's a
I think
great
that'd be
choice.
pretty good. Gap stops. You got a decent backup, and then you take a shot at somebody, whoever they believe is a good quarterback.
And your thing
Yeah,
isn't committed for 1,000 years either, right? Kirk is a 1-year deal.
right.
Marcus is
He's
a
only
1-year
being
deal. And
exactly.
then,
Only a
or
couple
whatever
years.
they are, whatever it really
Yeah.
is. And then the rookie is the rookie, wherever you take
The
him.
rookie is
So
the rookie is developing, right? So
let's do
that's what
shit
I
for
would go with.
2026. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, I want like a starter who I can look at the back of his football card and just kind of say, okay, this is what I'm going to get, and then that
Right.
would be
That's what I want
Cousins.
too. 100%.
And the backup I think would be solid with Mariota, and I don't think that would cost us too much, but I could be wrong.
Probably not.
That'd
No,
be
I
my
don't think
only
so.
concern is how much that would cost. But
Yeah.
from a salary cap perspective, I could
No,
care
I
less how
understand what
much
you're
he
saying.
plays.
Yeah.
The thing about Anzalone, I like it, Johnny, because if we can get him at a decent price, I like the leadership. I don't think this team has a veteran leadership. See, I'm not paying him for the player he is now. I'm paying him for the player he was, but I'm paying him for his leadership. That's all I'm paying him for. And I think this team, especially on the defensive side, really needs somebody like that. And I agree. The guy's older. He's probably, like you said, was it you or Snowball that said I forgot the comment you made, something about like he's going to wake up and become whatever from the Hunger Games, whatever that was comment you made. I was like,
That was
whatever.
me. It was
That was
that.
Johnny Boy. I'll give
Yeah.
Johnny Boy credit
And
for that
so
one. Here.
I agree with that, but if we can get, and that's why I asked, like, how much do you think it would cost? Like, I don't want to spend a boatload of my money of the cap again on a player that's that old and probably past his prime, but I really like the leadership part of it. So that's where it's my like concern there.
Yeah. And I agree, by the way, with that overall thought that, leadership wise, we are lacking. So to get more leaders in here, I'm for. And then again, to raise the floor of getting, I love that.
Exactly.
I haven't heard someone use that way to describe it of like looking on the back of the card, go, all right. Like there's no Jarrett Stidham, maybe Tanner McKee, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's just get. We could question what the ceiling is on some of these veterans like Kirk Cousins, but the floor is boom. I know he's this. Outside of injuries, so those are things you can't control. Yeah, that agreed.
So now I have a draft question for both of you.
Okay.
The Dolphins obviously are in the need for a quarterback, and they don't have enough money to sign Willis.
Yep.
Mostly is what everybody's saying. How much could we fleece them for with the second pick? And if they want Tyson, I'm assuming they're going to want Ty Simpson.
Yep.
Okay. How much could we fleece them for?
Oh God! And I think they're picking at 12.
10th?
Wait, let me see.
10.
No, they're not in the top 10. So let me pull this
11.
up.
I thought they
I
were
think it's
10.
11.
No?
11 is the final answer. Thank you,
They're
Johnny
11.
Boy.
Okay,
You win.
they're
You win a
11.
cookie.
I thought they were 9 or 10. So maybe. And then who could we get somebody really good at that 11 spot who we really need and why? That's my question about you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here is the draft value chart, just for sake of this argument. So we're at 11. We're at 2. 2 is worth 2,600. 11 is worth 1,250. They have all their picks and all the rounds outside of the 6th round. And they have 2 bonus picks. They have 3 third-round picks, believe it or not. So they have 87 and 90 on top of what they have at 75. So they have unique capital if we're looking for stuff in this. And depending on who you talk to, sometimes you want stuff in this draft, sometimes you don't. But to make up the difference, they would have to give us, let me see, 215, 155, 140. Let's call that 325, 1K. Even if they gave us their 11th overall pick, their 2nd round pick, and their 3 third-round picks, that still wouldn't be enough to equal the 2nd overall pick. So, but what I'm curious about is I'm all for fleecing the Dolphins. I wonder if they're in cap hell, will they prefer not to trade up, because they need to fill out their roster with cheap labor, and that they choose that. But I love all the third round picks because we don't have any. So,
Right.
and you're dropping back that far, you're getting obviously much more than that. So yeah, if we can fleece them, but again, what I repeated when someone else asked about, I think it was Hep about the Simpson thing. If you hand Ty Simpson a silver platter to a division rival, oh sweet Lord have mercy, you better hope that guy's not a franchise quarterback, or else that just
I'm not afraid of that because
Okay.
not that I don't believe in Ty Simpson. I
Sure,
just
sure,
believe
right.
that our team, the Jets, have so many needs.
Mhm.
And I really liked what Kyle said about doubling up on the defense and really.
Sure.
And so I just don't know who would be available with that 11th pick. And then if we can get, even if we move up and we got the 16th pick, so we could actually play around with that. If we were to fleece the Dolphins for all their third round picks or second and all,
Yeah.
whatever it might be, that's why I said fleece them. I'd actually want, I know it's there's always a winner and a loser in trades. Very rarely is it completely even.
Right.
So I think their GM is a moron, to be perfectly honest with you.
I appreciate you being perfectly honest first and foremost. Thank you.
Or I think their owner's a moron too. So it's kind of like,
Yeah, well, yeah.
I think they might be willing to, anybody who signed Zach Wilson and gave him that much money,
And then called him the ideal plan. We targeted him to be the guy.
Yeah, so that whole thing. Now I know they got new coaches and everything.
Yeah,
so who
right.
knows? But my whole point is, could we get extra value, and with that, could we really develop our defense? And then like I said, I'd pick some, a quarterback in the later rounds, either if Nuts is available or Alar or whoever might be available or any one of them. But that would be my thinking on it.
It's a good
But I
plan.
definitely don't want any of those quarterbacks you guys mentioned before. It's like, no, thank you. I don't want to be going 1-16 again or whatever.
True.
It's going to be weird though, because we've talked about so many names that eventually the Jets are going to pick a name. Like eventually, I don't know who it is, obviously,
Right.
but whoever this is, we're all eventually going to come on the show. There's going to be these three boxes. We're going to be like, all right, so we've got this guy. Thoughts?
Yeah.
What? So it's just so crazy that right now here on March 1st, we have no idea. And somewhere in the next 2-3 weeks, I mean, it depends how quickly they strike at the start of free agency, trade, and stuff like that. But basically, by the 22nd, I think we're going to know who the starting quarterback is, or who the competition's between of the Jets, outside of whatever craziness happens in the draft. And man, it's going to be interesting.
Imagine it's that Tyson Bagent or whatever it is, his name.
Bagent.
I didn't know who that was.
And like,
right, I couldn't believe a second round pick. Like, wow,
we would have to really try and sell ourselves on this Tyson.
Oh,
right,
for sure.
Like, right. And no, there's no selling yourself on a guy that I have no idea who he is, or I didn't even know that he was in the league.
Or Stidman? I mean, come on.
It's
like, come on. Can we just get a quarterback who we look at the back of the football card and we know what's going to happen?
Right. Like we know, here's the thing, like all those names that Samini mentioned, like Rattler and this guy, they're all trades. You have to give him an asset and get the guy. I don't love that. But if it works, and I'm for whatever works, but here's the thing we know. The Falcons are cutting Kirk Cousins. They've announced they're cutting Kirk Cousins. So we know that he is an option. He is going to be possible. I'm not saying it's a guarantee they sign him. Who knows if Kirk, if it's mutual, no idea. Boy, if Kirk Cousins are starting quarterback, that's a massive upgrade over what we had last season. Again, the bar was low, but it is a massive upgrade over what we had.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Could it be a Ryan Fitzpatrick type of year with a Kirk Cousins?
Right? I thought you meant like get his whole ass. I'm like, no, thank you. But could it be the magic of 2015? Of course, with that offensive line, Garrett Wilson, and again, hopefully more. Breece Hall is going to get tagged by all accounts, and then you add other. I think there is a chance, right? We haven't talked about this enough, and we don't because we're 3-14. So I understand why we're not having these conversations. Maybe this is more a June conversation, hopefully. But holy crap, the Jets might be able to surprise some people, but. No one's going to give us a benefit of the doubt till we do things. Till the Jets start out 2-0, 3-1. 4-2, whatever it is, of getting something like that where people will be forced to believe because it's right there in front of you. I think the offense has a chance with competent quarterback play. I think Kirk Cousins could provide competent quarterback play. Yes.
All right, that's all I got. Johnny, give me one more quote.
Yeah, go on.
Before I leave.
Lay it on us here, Johnny.
What are you wanting? Let me see.
Something
Ooh.
inspirational. Come on, what do we got? Yeah.
Hell is empty. All the devils are here.
Oh, wow. Okay. There you go. That's what a warming thought. Thank you. Frankie, God
Later.
bless. Okay, there you go. Appreciate it. Joining us here on the program. Wow. All right, let's go to another Boy Green Espresso Club member, and I've got a name pronunciation card here. It is Mark Sacchetti joining us here on the program. What's up, Mark?
Mark.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for your kindness last night and my wonkiness with getting used to everything.
No, that's right.
I'm trying the iPad, and hopefully this works better.
Much better. Much better.
100%. Way better. It looks good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And I apologize for Lucy last night snoring.
No, that was awesome.
Also, but I feel like we're in a hopeless state of mind and body with not seeing a clear answer for the quarterback solution or problem.
Right.
So I'm with you guys. I'd like to see them resolve it as sooner than later if we're going to get a vet, because it'll affect who we can attract to the team in free agency and how much we have to overspend to get them, right?
Yeah.
And how much of a shot do you think they'll take on a project quarterback in the later rounds, such like the guy Green or
Taylor
Paxton,
Green,
or one of those other guys that show a little bit of promise, but we don't know what their processing speed is, but they have physical ability.
Here's the question I have, and I don't know if we can answer this, because to your development question. So Frank Reich's here. From all accounts, he was pondering retirement before he came in. On top of Frank Reich, they brought in a lot of young Stanford kids. Are they grooming one of those to replace Frank in a year, 2 year, 3 year? And is he the guy? That I have no idea. And again, if Aaron Glenn gets fired, that whole grooming plan means nothing because a brand new staff is going to come in. But that's what I'm curious about. So will Frank be intrigued in sort of having, sort of this gift to give that whoever this quarterback he's developing will live on far beyond him in the NFL and be that guy? I'd be curious. Taylor Green, I saw him at the combine yesterday. He recorded the highest vertical of anyone in history. He ran the second fastest 40-yard dash we've ever seen. He's a massive guy, but there is a rawness to him that has to be sort of honed. But to me, it's intriguing as all hell. So he's intriguing to me. He's going to be had later than Drew Aller, but I like Drew Aller too. It depends on when you're ready to take that swing. And again, once the comp picks come in, the Jets should have a couple more 5s, which they can either trade up to move higher or keep where they are. So yeah, Taylor I'm interested in. Drew Aller I'm interested in terms of these sort of developmental guys. Either one of those, I'll stick to those two. Either of those two really intrigue me. They seem to fit the Frank Reich profile.
Hey Mark, I am out on Taylor Green. I did not like what I saw from him. Right? Yes, the abilities that he has with the speed, the vert, they're great and everything, but his footwork looked bad when he was throwing the ball. The way it was coming out, it just seemed like it was constantly just going up, right? Like it was never put in play. But I liked a Luke Altmaier. He's not being talked about enough at all. He looked insanely consistent yesterday with the group that he was paired with. So he's one that I would take a swing at. Nussmeier looked good too. And another person is Klubnik. Klubnik was throwing some pretty balls, and his footwork, the mechanics that these guys had were amazing. Look, kind of to what Frankie was saying a little bit earlier. Yeah, I get it with, Ty Simpson, but Ty Simpson looked good, man. Like I was in shock. He looked so polished out there. But I don't know, at some point for me, Mark, you just got to continue to keep picking quarterbacks, pick a quarterback every single year and hope that at least one of these quarterbacks will stick and we will be blessed with a chance.
I think ultimately I have to put faith and trust in Frank Reich and his ability to evaluate talent and processing speed, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but I'm leery. It's just as well as you guys are in
Yeah.
what our choices are this year. So let's hope the gods smile on us and we're able to get somebody that can actually show some promise.
We can only
100%.
hope. Mark, thanks for calling in.
Thank you, Mark.
There he is, Mark
Hey,
Sacchetti.
BG.
And look at this, real quick. All right, we have a special guest. My brother Brody is called into the show. What's up, Brody?
What's up, Jet?
Hey, we can't. Oh, there you are. Hey, what's up, Brody? You're on the show.
Not much.
Hey, Brody. Nice to meet you, man.
And by the way, I want to tell all the audience we have 600 people watching the show live right now. This is no joke. This is actually my brother Brody. This is awesome to have him here on the show. We're able to get him here on StreamYard. So, and Brody is a big New Orleans Saints fan. Is that right, Brody?
You know me well, brother.
Yeah, 100%. So there you go, a massive Saints fan. Hey, what do you think of Spencer Rattler? Do you like him or no?
No.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Because he was brought up earlier, and I just wanted to get a Saints fan perspective on it. So thank you for that, Brody. Thank you.
Hey, Johnny boy.
What?
What's going on, Brody?
Yeah, Johnny boy. Yeah. There he is. Yeah.
Appreciate you, man. It's a pleasure meeting you.
I'm PJ's older brother.
My oldest brother. Yeah.
The better looking of the brothers, I heard.
What the? What the? Hey, what's going on today, Brody?
Just relaxing.
Okay.
I got
right.
this game for my Switch.
Oh wait, let me see. We're gonna go full screen here. You don't have to do anything. Tomb Raider. I love Tomb Raider. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. And I also got
cool.
the new Pokemon game, bro.
Let me see. Do you have it? Cool. Well, let me see. Cool. What is that one? Pokemon what?
Pokemon Legend of ZA.
Legend of ZA. Oh, cool. Nice. Got some sweet games, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Who is are you at a concert? Who's singing over there?
Oh, that's my radio. Sorry. I cut it
Oh,
off.
no. Yeah. Cut that off real quick because it's making it hard to hear you. So no, that's all right. But man, that's cool, Brody. Again, Laura, Tomb Raider. I used to play that game all the time when I was a kid.
Hey, Brody, real quick question for you, buddy. When Paul was a little bit younger, did you ever put him in a headlock?
Those days are behind me.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So you didn't give me any knuckle sandwiches, right, Broadster?
I don't remember.
Any swirlies? Any swirlies?
Never.
Yeah, see, there you go. Brody's a
Because
very
my stepmom will whoop my ass.
That's okay. You're allowed to say that here on the internet. So I appreciate.
I hope my niece and nephew are not around.
They are not. Both of my children are asleep in the other room, so you're fine. They did not hear that, Brody. Yeah. Bullet dodge. Don't worry. That's all good. So what's on your mind today, Brody?
So I'm so sorry about missing yesterday's show.
No, that's all right. We're on every day. That's okay. You can tune in whenever. Brody, we lost you. So I know you could probably hear me. 1 second. Oh no, we got you back. Go ahead.
I was asleep yesterday. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. So what's going on?
So we're talking about
yeah.
Free.
Go ahead. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. Well, hopefully we get Brody back in a second. But shout out, yes, he's my oldest brother, Brody.
That was cool, man.
Yeah, it was super cool. I'm glad I was
awesome.
able to sort of help him figure it out behind the scenes of calling in. We'll see if he calls back in. He's a lot bigger. He's like, I'm 5'3". He's like 6'3", and he's like a super big dude. So yeah, he got the different genes, I guess. I don't know what the hell happened there, but
definitely put you in a whole bunch of
back.
headlocks.
Okay, I think he is back. Brody, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I don't know
Anywho,
what happened either.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you said you have a football thing. Go ahead.
We're gonna do all NFL teams, free agents,
Say that again.
and all the NFL teams who are on free agency list.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Are you asking?
Yeah. Turn your camera around and look at my new computer.
I don't think that's how that works. You just have to turn your phone around and then I can see it. So just do this. Yeah, there you go. Oh, cool. Whoa, cool. Nice little setup there, Broadster.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of free agents out there. Trey Hendrickson, George Pickens, although he just got tagged this week. That's Johnny Boy's guy. He loves all those Georgia players. So Kobe Dean, another Georgia guy, could work that into the mix.
Quay Walker.
Yeah. Hey, oh, wait. Here's another one for you. How do you feel about Derek Carr?
I think you should go back to the Saints.
Okay, so unretire, go back to the Saints. What about Tyler Shuck? I thought you have your guy.
He needs a little more. How you say it?
Like time to develop, marinate, that sort of thing?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, so you want Derek Carr back, baby. Okay. That's okay. You have any other comments or anything you want to say on the show, Brody? Yeah, oh, okay.
NFL free agents for 2026.
Yeah, hit that with a Google search or a Bing search. I don't judge. AskJeeves.com, maybe. It's another possibility for those out there in the audience. All right. Any names you like?
Here we go.
Well, Brody, I just want to say
pass rusher from Cincinnati. Where do you think he's gonna go?
Trey Hendrickson?
Yeah.
Good question. I'm going to say Trey Hendrickson ends up with the Eagles. I'll say he goes to the Eagles.
Disagree.
Okay. Where do you think he goes?
I'm thinking about the Saints.
Bring him back home. He started with the Saints. Okay, that's all right.
He did?
Yeah. He was out on the Saints and then went to maybe unless I'm totally misremembering it. I thought he got drafted by the Saints. Let me go back and do a discount double check. I don't know.
All right, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Trey Hendrickson. Yeah, he got drafted by the Saints in 2017 in the 3rd round. He was there his entire rookie contract. Then he joined the Bengals. So yes, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to the Steelers. So yeah, I think that one's over.
I think he's a free agent. I'm not quite sure.
He is. He is a free agent. I just think he's going back to the Steelers. Yeah.
The wide receiver from the Cowboys.
George Pickens. Yeah, I think he's going to get franchise tag though. So I think he's going to go off the market. Yeah.
The center from the Ravens.
Tyler Linderbaum.
Hold on, brother. This is for Johnny Boy.
So I think he stays with the Ravens. I think the Ravens have made it pretty clear that they're going to change the center position for salary wise, right? And I think he stays over there. If anything, I think they just end up tagging him, and he stays with the Ravens. So they would be dumb. They would be really dumb to let him go. That dude, the caliber of player that he is, I would not let him go. I would not let him leave on any at all.
Okay.
That's my thoughts.
Next one, Jet.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about the linebacker from Jacksonville?
Devin Lloyd. I interviewed him before the draft. We did a partnership with USAA. I would love Devin Lloyd here. They'd probably find a way to keep him and sign him long term.
Oh, but he would be amazing with us, man. 5 interceptions last year. like
disruptive. Yeah.
Give that to us all day, every day. I would pay that man.
Yeah.
Next one is the cornerback from Tampa Bay.
The who from Tampa Bay?
Cornerback.
Is that Jamal Dean?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Ding. All right, nice. Way to go, Paul. That's a fun game. So thank you.
This question is both for my brother and Johnny Boy.
Okay. All right.
Where do you think he's going to end up?
Jamal Dean, where does he go, Johnny?
I mean, he's 29, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he goes back as well. I don't know, because they're talking about they're going to lose him. So who really needs a corner right now out there?
I think the Jets and Saints.
I would.
Let's go to the Saints.
I don't think the Jets. I would probably say the Saints.
Yeah, Alontae Taylor, they could lose. Yeah, let's go Saints.
Let's go Saints.
Next one is the Seattle's running back,
Kenneth Walker III. I heard a story from the Combine that there is a bidding war going to ensue, and the team that's expected to win said bidding war is the Houston Texans, who are going to go all in for Brees Hall, but Brees Hall won't be available. So I think KW3 ends up a Texan.
I say he stays with Seahawks.
Wow. Okay.
Johnny Boy.
He's gonna want the bag. He's gonna want to get paid, and I mean the Texans are needing that, and are gonna always be in that conversation within the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I say Tejanos, get the Texans.
Okay, the next one is as a pass rusher from the Chargers.
That would be Odafe Owe, formerly of the Baltimore Ravens. I hope he comes to the Jets. I want the Jets to add some pass rush juice. They just traded away Jermaine Johnson this week, so they need another pass rusher. I think they should go pass rusher in the draft, pass rusher for agency. Give me Odafe Owe to the New York Jets.
I have a question, and it's about the NFL draft.
All right. Play it on me.
Where do you think Garrett Nussmeier would go?
Garrett Nussmeier, the LSU product. Well, Johnny Boy was talking about him earlier. He liked what he saw from Garrett Nussmeier at the NFL Combine.
See him in a Saints jersey.
Yeah. Is his dad still working there? I do believe so. I could.
Yeah, offensive coordinator.
Oh, there you go. By the way, did you invite us to the gun show over here? What's going on here? Boom, big pop over here. What's happening? Yeah. Wait, let's get full screen here. Let's see this gun show that you've invited us to. There he is. Boom shakalaka. Do you have names for those pythons?
Yes, I've been walking out.
Oh, I could tell. Congratulations. Good work, Roadster.
Thank you.
Hey, by the way, do you have names for your pythons there? Do you know, is one name something, or what's going on there?
I really want to do my Hulk Hogan imitation.
Oh, yeah, sure. Lay it on us. Let's see.
Please do.
Yeah, come on, man.
What are you gonna do, brother? When Uncle Mayor wants wide on you.
Oh, nice. That's a good one, Broadster. Let me give you the only appropriate response. Here you go. Oh, here's the best song. Dun, 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 dun.
Now back. Where do you think the dude from the Chargers is gonna go?
Where do I think the guy from the Chargers is going to go? But before we get there, I just have to say this. You know, when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, you got to take a stand and don't help to hide. Well, you hurt my friends and you hurt my pride. I gotta be a man. I can't let it slide. I am a
real American.
Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American.
Okay.
Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Brewster?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
This was awesome.
Great.
Awesome.
Okay.
BG, can you hit him with the Heartbreak Kid song though, real quick?
100%. Oh wow. You know,
come on, man. You got to
let me
now.
see. Okay, let's get this. I think you'll really appreciate it. You are a big
yeah.
Shawn Michaels guy, right? Broadster?
Can't see him.
Oh, well.
Make sure you're taking your vitamins, boys and girls.
100%. That's 100%. So thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, this is a Johnny Boy special where he thinks he's cute. He knows I'm sexy. I got the looks that drive the girls. Wow, I got the moves that really move them. I send chills up and down their spine.
Sexy boy. I'm not your boy. Boy toy. Eat your heart out, ladies.
EJ.
And then slide and then. Oh, wow. What do we got here, Broadster? Yeah, lay it on us. Oh, cool. Is that, hey, there's a glare. Is that, hey, you, Pikachu? What is that?
Let's go, Pikachu.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. That was from the 90s is the
Hey,
game.
bro, you're going to be proud of me in that game.
Oh, yeah.
I beat the Elite Four.
You beat the Elite Four? Whoa. Nice work, Broadster. Nice.
With a Pikachu.
Wow. A Pikachu. I got that tattooed on my arm, so I'm a big Pikachu guy. As obviously everyone can
I
see.
also got this one, too.
See, there you go. Mo Pikachu. Boston tattoo, baby. Appreciate that. Got some ink. All right, let's go back to Broadster here. Oh, wait. You got the Eevee game, too. Sweet.
Yeah. I beat both of them.
Nice. Well, nothing can stop you, Broadster. You're the best. Well, Brody, I just want to say it was super cool having you call in, and I hope you call in more now that you know how. And
question.
Answer.
Where do you think the dude from the Chargers is gonna go?
Odafe Owe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jets. I want him on the Jets.
I want same here, man. I've been talking about him. He would be an edge guy for us. I mean, what, 6'5", 250 something pounds. I mean, he's still pretty young, and he's a Jersey guy, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think he's from Hackensack, New Jersey.
Oh, okay, there you go. Sure, great.
So
nice. Well, like I said, Broadster, you're the best. Love you, buddy.
Question. Last one is Devin Bush.
Okay. I've heard actually a few people projected him to the Jets as an off-ball linebacker. He was on the Cleveland Browns, but I will send him to, if the Jaguars lose Devin Lloyd, I could see Devin Bush going down to
What about Devin Bush go to the Saints?
You know what? I'm sensing a theme here. Yes, let's send him to the Saints. I like that.
Johnny boy?
I would probably go and say, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to the Bengals and stays. I mean, I think he was originally an Ohio kid, right? With Cleveland in them in the past.
Yeah, that's where he was this past season. Yep.
Huh. The next one is the Jets running back, bro.
Yeah, who's that? You're talking about Brees
Hill.
Oh, yeah, Brees Hall. Yeah. He stayed with the Jets. I think they're gonna franchise tag him. But Brody, like I said, we're about to wrap up the show here, so I want to thank you for jumping on the program. And
Alec Pierce from the Colts,
New York Jets, baby.
Yeah, I think
I'm a wide receiver.
Okay, how about this, Brody? We'll go through 5 more. Any 5 you want, you name them. We'll tell you where they go. You tell me 5 more, and then
linebacker from the Eagles,
Saints. N'Kobe Dean.
You're talking about Jalen Phillips or N'Kobe Dean?
First name starts with an N.
Yeah, it's N'Kobe Dean. Johnny Boy's right. He's always right. Who needs a linebacker? I mean, obviously but I'm
gonna go Saints.
Yeah, Saints.
Me too.
Saints too. All right. Give us a couple more names, and then we'll finish up the show.
Linebacker from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, Leo Chenal.
I'm probably gonna go Saints.
Saints.
Definitely.
Me too. Ooh.
All right, give me another one.
Mike Edwards.
Saints.
Evans.
Definitely
Mike
Saints.
Evans. My bad.
Oh yeah, Mike Evans. No. I want Mike Edwards and Mike Evans on the Saints. I want them
definitely
both.
Saints. Definitely Saints.
Yeah, they can march on in. Yeah.
Huh.
Give us one more name if you got it.
Hold on.
Okay. All right, Broadster. Love you, pal.
I said, hold on.
I heard you. We gotta wrap up the show here. So I just want to make sure you got it. And we'll bring you back
hurt
on.
My
okay?
friends, then you hurt my pride.
All right, Brody, you want to give a sign off to the fans? Say something to them.
Jet?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just saying, yeah. I just made you full screen for a second.
Hold on.
You want
Let me see. Somehow it clicked off.
No, that's
so
okay. Yeah. Just real quick, can you say something to the give a goodbye to the
next
fans
one
real
is
quick?
some defensive end from the Eagles. I think he went to LSU.
Phillips?
Jalen Phillips?
Yeah. Check if I'm right, Jet.
Sure. All right, let me give that a quick Google search real quick. Okay. Did he go to LSU? Let me take again. I'm normally good at these kind of games. I used to do that game on the radio, but he went to UCLA and Miami. Yeah, I knew about Miami. I don't know
My
why.
bad.
Yeah, no, that's okay, Broadster. No worries. So again, the fans are asking, Broadster, from you out in the audience. They're asking if you can give an ace sign-off.
Who that nation?
There you go. Brody joining us here on the program. Brody, thank you so much. That was a pleasant surprise of my brother joining us on the show again. You never know what can happen. That was super cool. And thank you to my brother. I hear Frankie saying, BG, how are all your family members from have different favorite teams, right? My dad's a Cowboys fan. I'm a Jets fan. My brother Brody's a Saints fan. Eclectic. I don't know. I guess my father failed in trying to convert us all to Cowboys fans. I guess I don't. That's a good question. I'm not sure. But wow, that was quite a show. Shout out to the Brody surprise. Thank you to Jets Worldwide for taking over the show. That was awesome. So, before we sign off, Johnny Boy, you want to give a plug here? Go full screen to the 600 people and the millions that are watching around the world.
And millions. First off, I want to say thank you so much to BG for having us on Boy Green Daily. If you guys have not already liked and subbed to his show, what are you guys doing? What are you waiting for? But come check us out. Jets Worldwide. We're on every single Friday at 7:30 p.m. We like to have fun over there. We like to try to do a little bit of some different takes on what could possibly fix the New York Jets. This past episode on Friday, we actually had a free agency influence draft that literally we broke down free agency, how we fixed the holes that we needed, and how it led into the actual draft. Come check us out. And I say this, if you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? And you could get a lot of quotes like that all the time with us here at Jets Worldwide.
By the way, before we go, I see we have one more super chat. I don't want to miss this. FZod to God 36 said to get a $2 super chat here. Thank you very much. Wow. $2 super chat. Thank you, FZod to God 36. Daniel Jones, Russell Wilson, Marcus Mariota. Good ops. Daniel Jones, I believe, is going to re-sign with the Colts, although there's a recent rumor that they've hit a snag. So if so, there's only one franchise tag to use. Whether the Colts want to use multiple franchise tags, they can't. So they can only use one. Do they use it on Alec Pierce? Do they use it on Daniel Jones? Russell Wilson, I think, is going to be, unfortunately, he's one of the many names in the conversation. We've talked about Marcus Mariota as well. I don't think Daniel Jones is going to happen, but you can make a case for Russell Wilson or Marcus Mariota. So FSOD to God, we will add that to your super chat totals this month, which we appreciate for the new month of March. And again, let's give another shout out here, Johnny, to Devin, aka DNY for Life. I just texted him. Congratulations, you won our February raffle. So all you'll have to do is send all your shipping information over. Good luck to everyone every month. Again, we're in a brand new month. This month is going to be huge, Johnny. It's March. It's free agency. We're going to continue to speculate, and then we're going to hear rumors, and then we're going to sign people, and then we're going to react to those signings. So it should be absolutely marvelous. I want to give a shout out to the fans because we are one subscriber away from 8,410. So we got a nice surge in the middle of the show, which is super cool. And again, I'm always humbled by your guys' support. And then Brody calling into the show was wow, a pleasant surprise there. So a salute to my brother Brody. I think the only no, I guess my sister has never called in, and then my other brother Nick. So I guess there's a few more family members to check off the bucket list of calling into the show at some point here in the future. So we'll work on that. I also just wanted to throw this up from Jets Worldwide. Who doesn't want to raid Laura Croft's tomb? Ah, I see. Well done there. Thank you, Jets Worldwide, for that one. Very creative. Brody got a brand new video game, Tomb Raider, and there you have it. So hey, Angelina Jolie and Tomb Raider. She was in the movie a couple years ago. So there you have it. So yeah, go ahead, Johnny.
I'm not an Angelina Jolie fan, like her later stuff, right?
No.
So yeah.
Yeah, she's okay. It's nothing major. Again, I am happily engaged to my beautiful.
Yo, I saw the stuff getting thrown at you just right now, just to let you know.
I don't know what you're talking about, but again, I am happily engaged, and she's my Tomb Raider. So blessed be he. With that being said, that's a great place to wrap up the program. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching the show. Again, if you're just joining us, because I know people come in and out of the room, you guys can check out the full Minka Fitzpatrick stuff in the YouTube description down below. Special shout out to everyone who watches live, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I know a lot of people don't watch live in the morning and they rewatch it. Totally cool. Or the audio only version of the podcast. You guys can find that wherever you get your audio podcast. I normally don't plug this part, but if you guys want to, I'd love your reviews on Apple. Send those in on the audio only version. And I appreciate the support there. I love reading some of those because I was Googling something earlier and I stumbled into my own show of Boy Green Daily. I said, oh, what did people say? And some of the reviews are funny. So keep those coming. That'd be a lot of fun. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for all the super chats and memberships and everything. That was amazing. I appreciate you guys, and we will see you. Thanks, Johnny. Let's go.